much otherwise, though.
No. Yeah, I looked into getting welfare for the 7 months that I'm, you know, until I fully retired,
Uh-huh.
and they give you about 700 a month. So
That's better than nothing.
yeah, that's the way I look at it. You know, like I I can budget my funds, not like some people. You know, like my son's mom. You know, she's on welfare, and if she's got $100, she burns for 1,000 in her pocket.
Right.
Well, she'll go to Costco and she brags about it. She goes, "Oh, I spent $800 on groceries." I go,
Huh.
what are you trying to do? Feed the whole freaking neighborhood or what? It's just her and Jacob. You know what I mean? Hi, Rusty.
Some people just don't have any common sense.
Well, she has a eating disorder, and she got one of those big stand-up freezers, and the thing is full right to the rim. Her fridge, you can't even move in it. You move one thing and everything falls off the shelves. Like I don't do that. Not when it comes to groceries. I go every 2 days and I just get enough for a couple days, and that's basically how I do it. When I was married and all that, then I would go every 2 weeks or something like that. But I'm mostly by myself, so I don't eat much anyways. I like to snack a lot. That's my biggest problem. I can't say I can't say no after one chip. I have to finish the whole bag, especially if there's dip beside it. I love dip. Yeah, me and my son we had pork roast in slow cooker for Thanksgiving.
Did he eat a lot?
Oh, my son, no,
Yeah.
he's very picky. He'll eat like I wouldn't say he's picky. He's just like a bird. He eats like a bird.
Hey,
Like I
Mopar.
have my meal done and showered, and he'd still be chomping away on his meal. If I offer sushi every day, oh yeah, then he'll eat it. He loves sushi. I take him to the restaurant. He knows exactly what to order off the menu. I don't even have to ask him. Hi, John.
Hey,
I
what's
think
up?
it's John. Yeah. Hi, John. Oh,
Yeah,
he
it's
doesn't
me.
have his mic on.
I'm just listening.
You wish you had a car like that.
Oh. You don't wish to have one of those?
I had a '64 Corvette with a
That's
hard
a nice
top and a
car.
convertible top.
That's a nice
It
car.
was nice. 427 Chevy motor in it. Limited edition too, with that size motor.
Let me get you. I got another picture of it. Maybe I can
Oh, yeah,
share it.
PK on the CUDA now. That's cool. Yeah, I don't know what's happening with Terry.
That's not right. Well,
Did Zeno send you more pictures today, John?
yeah, I got some pictures just yesterday.
Yeah, he sent some my way too.
Pretty good pictures.
Some real old Austins and whatnot. Hi, Sniper. How's it going? Well, I just found out, Miguel. Once you get your 4,000 hours, as long as you don't uh, leave your YouTube channel with no videos for 6 months, then you're monetized every month. As long as you don't not post any videos. I found that out.
Oh, that's good.
Here's a picture for you.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
All right, let's not talk about Christmas. I'm a Scrooge when it comes to Christmas. I just do it for my son. That's it. I don't
See
even
the
put a
wi-
Christmas tree up anymore.
See the Willy bars on the Corvette? On the
Oh,
picture
okay.
I'm trying to share.
Oh, okay. Well, you should have said that you were sharing a picture.
I was trying to. How do you like that? Merry Christmas.
It looked like that 1/16 scale model kit that they had out a long time ago.
Yeah,
And then
I like that.
NPC
Yeah,
kit. NPC kit.
yeah. I'd like to,
What wasn't it? The rod shop didn't have the rod shop decals on the side.
probably, yeah.
Yeah. But the funny part is, Rod Shop never ran that car. Not that year, anyways. They ran a Corvette, but not that year.
So it's more like a fantasy car.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm surprised they didn't get quoted on that from the people that still own Rod Shop. You know what I mean? For
Maybe they don't
copyright.
really care. Sometimes
guess
people let
not.
things go. Other people don't let nothing go.
What's that?
Sometimes people let things go, and other people won't let it go. You know, like that. You
Yeah.
know, the movie car we
John?
thought about, the Corvette.
I got paint on a 34 Ford.
Nice.
That's sculpting clay stuff that I used for the roof. That stuff works pretty good.
Yeah.
Easy to sand. That's the best part. Because that milliput is pretty. Well, once it gets hard, it gets freaking hard. I have to pretty well get a hammer and a chisel to freaking chisel it away.
See what
Yeah, it looks like a rusty. What's that?
You see what I'm about to print?
Yeah, chassis. Oh no, let me see. Looks like a fuel cell.
Party pants.
I know, I'm trying to be a smartass.
Good job. You succeeded.
I don't know if I should get a scale before I do the casting, or should I just play it along? Because if you put too much hardener in it, the only thing is it's gonna just dry faster. That's all.
You're gonna use measuring cups, I guess.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, then, by
It should
weight
be,
is the best, but measuring cups are good enough.
Yeah, it shouldn't be that hard.
Hey, Rusty. Hey, Sniper.
I got to find out how many wrinkle wall tires Zeno wants, so I can send them once I cast it. Be casting sometime this week. Hoping.
Did you watch Rusty's video with the racing?
Yeah, yeah. I'm sorry, Rusty. I didn't leave a comment, but I did watch it. Because a lot of times, you leave a comment, it's pretty well the same comment every time. Like, what else is there to say?
Depends. I'm gonna get the HO scale cars out soon. When I went to Michael's, there was a whole bunch
Hi,
of
Mary
little trees
Stewart.
and
How you doing?
houses. A whole bunch of stuff for making, dioramas. So I'm just gonna populate the little layout with trees.
You know which layout I liked was that guy that did that drag strip at Skill Auto. Remember that, John?
Yeah.
That was a big freaking display, man. And I think Toronto Group 25 did a dragway display at one time too.
That takes a lot of time.
Curb has a mic on, but he doesn't have his cam on yet. He's in the back room, and all I see is a black screen. Oh, there he is.
Where am I? I didn't even see myself.
What's
There
up,
he
Steve?
Up, Steve.
Hi, guys.
Bless you.
Oh, there I am. Ha!
Well,
Now, watch
at first it was a black screen, so that's why I didn't put you on yet.
Yeah, I got tape over my camera lens.
Oh,
Well, you
Yeah,
never know
thank you.
who's sneaking around nowadays.
You don't know he's running around in his polka dot, underwear.
yeah.
I noticed that when I'm on here, I'm delayed.
What do you mean delayed? What the
Well,
chat?
what I'm seeing is what I did a couple minutes ago, or a couple seconds ago.
Are you watching the YouTube one or the real stream one?
The real stream one. Oh wait, now let me check again.
YouTube is going to be like 30 seconds behind.
Okay,
Yeah.
then it was YouTube I had on.
YouTube is
Yeah.
always lagging, I find.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it does.
Okay,
Take time.
what's that? An Opal?
No, that's
No.
a Corvette 64.
That's a 63, I think.
No, 63 had a split window. 64 had the
Yeah,
hard top
63.
and the convertible top.
That's a 63 Vet Gasser.
Okay.
It's out of Monroe, Ohio.
All right.
Oh, okay.
It's Summits, December Summits came out of the Summit catalog. I collect them.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Yeah, nice color. I like the colors.
Yeah, it's like
It would make a great model, wouldn't it?
it's like a
Oh,
copper
yeah.
penny, isn't it?
Yeah, that'd
Like
be
the
pretty
headers,
easy to
too.
build.
The header's really good,
That's
too.
what it looks
I
like
the header.
anyways.
What's that, John?
It looks like copper penny. But then the camera always throws the colors off anyways.
Well, that's
it
right.
always
Yeah,
throws it off, so you can't-
yeah. That's the unfortunate thing about looking at pictures or
I
anything
got
like
paint
that.
on my 34.
Oh yes. What color paint's that? Well, I know it's blue.
No, it isn't. It's purple.
Oh, okay.
Is it purple?
It's paint here.
All right. Looks blue to me.
It's,
Does it
that's
say
Unless
paint
it's
here.
purple?
must be a dark purple.
Yeah, it is. It's I don't. What do they call
Mess
it?
around with the exposure, you can get it to look like purple, but then everything else throws all the other colors off.
Yeah, it's a purple
Okay.
over gold. That's probably why it's dark. I
You
painted
printed that
gray.
chassis, Miguel?
I'm
Okay.
about to.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. I'm interested to see what it turns out.
Was Dominic fooling around with doing some figures yesterday?
He was doing a tutorial.
Oh, okay. I'll have to
Oh,
watch that.
Have fun with the L-clad, Mark. I don't
Yeah, you
care
can
for
keep
the
that.
L-clad. Never did. The durability on L-clad is not that great compared to what you pay for it. I find, anyways. But everybody's different.
Yeah.
Everybody has their favorites. I got the whole line of L-clad, and I don't use it anymore.
You can always send it to me.
At a price, John.
Yeah.
Here we go. If you want to join in, Mark, you should have bought the AK Extreme Metal. It's about a lot less than L-clad, and it's a lot more durable.
Oh, yeah. Spray's pretty nice, too.
Well, the thing is, it levels itself off, John.
Yeah, it sprays great.
This is what I'm printing, Steve.
Yeah. Nice.
I just made this a few minutes ago, so John said he was going live, so I thought, you know what, I'll do up a chassis real quick, and then I'll throw it in the printer, and we'll see it done before the Hangouts is over.
I like how you said that. I just do a chassis real quick.
Well, I mean, it only took me about 30 minutes.
What?
You're gonna
Yeah,
give him a
that's
heart
good.
attack.
30 minutes, jeez.
Hi, Charlie.
What's that, Mopar?
I said you're gonna give him a heart attack if you go any faster.
Gee.
Yeah, Miguel, you're going too fast for our old farts.
All right. You guys see my? Did you see my little jack stands?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
saw them
cool.
yesterday. They look
Oh
nice.
no, the print. I mean, the actual print.
I didn't see the print. No.
No,
Here.
you sent me pictures of it.
Okay, so here's the one that's.
Oh, yeah.
Let me get the focus going here.
Yeah, is that adjustable?
Oh man, you're
it's-
asking for
it's-
everything, aren't you?
It's not, but I could make it that way.
Yeah, right. Be easy to do, according to what I see.
Just hope they're not Harbor Freight ones that fall
remove
on
that
you.
pin and then just put a wire or a rod.
Yeah, like a pin.
But I mean, you can see it's got the teeth, so
Yeah.
I could
Give
I
it
could
away,
make it.
Mark. I don't give
And-
that stuff away.
So that's the extended one, and then here's the collapsed one.
Right. Yeah, it'd be
I got
really
the
easy
whole-
to make that
I got the
adjustable.
whole set of
You
Alclad.
just do the top part and the bottom part and drill a
Give
hole
them
through
away.
it. And,
Well, I have it already that way. This is
Cool.
two pieces, 3 pieces actually. The handle, the base, and then the lift are 3 separate pieces.
okay.
They're just close enough that when I print it, it prints as one part. So
Uh-huh.
if I separated them when I printed it, it would print in 3 separate parts, and then you
Right.
could, do whatever you needed. But I just thought that
Yeah,
was
they're all brand new, Mark.
If
Right.
you
All
get a
brand new
chance,
bottles.
maybe make a pair of ramps. Ramps would be nice.
yeah. I saw your message. I
Yeah.
will do that.
And make them
Absolutely.
hollow. Don't use all the resin. Make them hollow.
Why would they not be hollow? Aren't the
Well,
ramps hollow?
Yeah, sometimes people don't make them hollow. They think it's a one block of resin or something, or one block of steel, and it's not.
I got about 14 bottles of Alclad, Mark.
And they're coming to me. I asked for them first.
You'll have to give me some examples of the ramps that you want, Mopar, because the ramps that I was thinking about were the little metal ones, not the.
Oh yeah, I know the metal ones with the holes in them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool too.
So when you, Steve, when you mix the rubber for the mold, do you use a lot of hardener to make the mold or no?
No. What have to think here. No.
The stuff
Well,
that I have is 1-to-1.
Yeah, smooth on is you mix I think it's 10-to-1. Yeah. So it's 10 part of one A or B and 1 part of the other. And you mix it all up till it turns all pink.
Right. Oh, okay.
Like I haven't I used
But if you put too much hardener in, what would that do? It'll just dry faster, or what's the story? Does it
I've
make any
never done
difference,
it.
really?
I've never done it.
No, but I
Probably
mean,
dry
like,
faster.
all the hardener is to do is to give it that it would dry in so many hours, right? That's all it does.
The rubber takes approximately 20 to 24 hours to fully cure.
Okay.
I don't know, and that it all depends on your the heat and all that stuff.
Right.
But I've never overmixed. I mean, I might have overmixed a little bit, but not intentionally.
No.
My guess is if you put too much hardener, you might lose some elasticity in the rubber.
And the rubber.
Well, that could be. I don't know.
Yeah, and
That's
the rubber
about it.
itself, it probably wouldn't last as long. Then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
That's my guess.
mine is mixed as, like I say, a 10-to-1 ratio.
Yeah, I don't have the smooth one. I got that other company.
Yeah, Illuminate. I did that. I used to use that, but I didn't like it. I found it was just too mucking around with. So,
Printed these today.
Yeah, nice.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I didn't mean to interrupt you, Steve.
Vince Putt told me to get the smooth on.
Yeah, a lot of people use the smooth on. They even have like black rubber too.
Yeah, yeah. I haven't tried it yet, but
Yeah.
it's you need, like I say, you need scale. Well, you don't really need the scale for mixing up the rubber because it's a 10-to-1 ratio.
All right.
But I usually use those fruit cups. That's
Okay.
another thing that you have to get. You have to get yourself learn that is how much when you make your molds, how much you're going to need to mix up to pour into the mold. Now, if you're doing the rubber and you don't have enough, right?
Yeah.
You can always mix up some more rubber and pour it in.
Oh, okay.
Because
that's all I'm concerned about. I'm not concerned about making the part because that's just 1-to-1. I know that part.
yeah. So when you mix it up, I mean, if you say, "Oh, geez, I don't have enough rubber," just mix up a little bit more and pour it in, and it will adhere to the rubber that's in there.
Those seats look good in my '55 Chevy whenever I start it.
Yeah, they're nice. They're nice.
Yeah, I printed those today too.
I think that'll never get done, probably.
Now we need you to do some Ford solenoids.
Send me a picture.
Wait a minute, the starter solenoid?
The what?
The starter solenoid.
Starter solenoid, yeah.
You know how small they would be in 125?
Yeah.
Whoa.
They're not very they're not very big, no.
No.
Most Fords had them.
Yeah, almost all Fords have them.
Yeah.
You know,
Until you get to the late 80s and 90s.
Yeah, but I mean, most of the stuff, everything in the 50s and 60s have them. You know, even up into the 70s.
Oh yeah, definitely into the 70s. I got a couple in the shed right now.
Yeah. So I mean, what are they? 2 inches tall, maybe, and about 2 inches in diameter.
If that.
Yeah, they're not much bigger than that. Yeah, and they've got 1, 2.
I think better shot he would have is the Duraspark, Duraspark module for the electronic ignition. You ever see the Duraspark with the spark module with the 3 pigtails?
No, I don't believe so. I don't think I would have had any cars that would have had those. Well, I had an 80 Ford half ton, but I don't think it had one of those.
It should be electronic ignition by then.
Is this what you're looking for?
I think
That's
Charlie
a coil.
That's a coil, yeah.
Our car body.
I find coils easy to make. It's just a piece of plastic tube and
well,
drill a hole in the top of it, and that's
I
it.
know.
You know, because I never bother too much with the side wires.
So, what is it that you're looking for then?
Solenoid.
Oh, solenoid.
Yeah.
Solenoid? Solenoid.
Yeah.
You can say it either way.
Just depends, I guess.
Voltage regulator.
If
They call it.
yeah, there's a lot of dinky. Yeah, there it is, right up there in the right corner.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they're not very big. I don't have one in front of me, so I can't tell you the size.
But that's about what they look like.
Yeah, they're very simple.
Yeah, very simple.
But
It's a magnetic switch. It's all it is. It's a magnetic switch.
But they're just a pain in an ass to try and make one. You know what I mean? Yeah. You can do it, but it's you got to fiddle around with this little piece of plastic.
Maybe you could use photo etch for the what do you call the
round edges.
If you take
I made
one on 3 sides, anyways.
Yeah, I made one. I just can't remember what car I put it in.
You still have the car?
Oh, I got all my models I built. Well, not
the
ones I built when I was young, but I have all these ones.
Thanks for coming by. Okay. I don't want you to get in an accident watching me go in the hangout.
Yep.
I was just watching 12 earlier today. She's a freaking laugh, man. She's in New York, I think, or Chicago, one and two.
Does she build models?
No. I don't watch just model builders. I watch car things. I watch people cooking. I
Oh,
watch
yeah.
all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, I watch a few.
But things I stay away from is women, painting their nails or doing their hair or anything like that.
Yeah.
I don't care for that stuff.
I don't know about that with you, but that's okay. I'll try to believe you.
I watch a lot of
John?
that European racing.
You've been told today? You see my
That don't
finger?
mean nothing. That old crusty finger don't mean nothing.
Yeah. What
I like
happens
gardening, though.
if
You
you
don't watch
have your
gardening?
middle finger cut off? Get
You
somebody
don't
else
like
to do it or
gardening or
what?
nothing like that? You don't watch those channels?
And you just make a cast of the other one and glue it on.
Yeah, yeah. I remember years and years ago, I had a hand in the back of my car, and in the back window, and you would push a button, and you see the finger go up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would
I
work.
think they still
I
make.
forget where I got it from, but it was pretty neat.
I think they're still available.
Oh, it's just like you ever see those grenades and you pull the pin and it's a lighter?
Yeah,
Pretty cool. Hi, Dominic.
I
You
still
wanna
got
come
one
in?
with the skull.
The room. You're more than welcome. I'll post the links. for
Room
you.
for two more.
I got my
Well, if anybody important comes in, John, I'll just kick you off.
Okay.
the guy that they were showing his Baldwin Motion Camaro last night, and I went and dug mine out. And
Oh, Dominic?
it could have been. I can't remember who he
Yeah,
was.
Dominic was showing up.
Yeah. And anyway, I dug mine up, and the friggin' rear what do you call it?
Balance?
No, the
Balance?
spoiler in the back had broken off,
Well,
Oh,
so I had to glue it on today.
is that the 69?
No, I think this is the 70.
Oh, okay, the 70.
That's the pre-finished one. But I couldn't leave it alone, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I still had a muck.
Why would you leave it alone? Yeah.
Still
I
had
have
a
that in
muck
1/18 scale.
And you know that freaking breather? I drilled all them bloody holes.
Well, I wouldn't do that. I don't go that
Oh
far.
yeah, I did.
The new one is a little bit better than the older Ertl version.
I think that's Pat Jamie that's in the hangout once in a while. He drilled all the holes in one of his cab overs for his big rig, and he put all rivets in it.
Oh my god.
And you know how many rivets are in those bodies? Holy crap! Probably over 200.
Well, my friend Jeff Harper, he you know the trailer for carrying cars, the AMT
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
He drilled all those holes out.
yeah.
Oh, you mean for the floors?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I know what you're saying.
there's a lot of
Yeah.
holes there. You know.
It was enough just to do like the bike's brakes, what do you call it? Rotor, that's enough.
Rotors,
I'm
yeah.
done.
Yeah. Well, if you can do, I've got arthritis in my hands, and my hands start cramping up after a while when I start using that little drill. Oh, I'm good for about 5 minutes, and I have to take a break. But I got to buy some more number 11 blades. I don't know where the frig I'm going to get them.
You can't find a
I
number
buy a
11
box
blade.
of 100, Steve.
Well, that's what I bought last time, and I used the last one up here about 6 months ago.
I got mine from Great Hobbies.
From where?
Great Hobbies.
Yeah. Yeah, if you make a big order, it's worth it.
Or you could go to Skyward Hobbies, and all you have to do is spend $40 and you get free shipping.
$40. No,
Yep.
maybe. Maybe I
What
will.
I hate about Great Hobbies, a lot of times I want something and it's red sticker, and it means special order. And of course, if it means special order, you're
Yeah.
not going to get it.
I see. I was talking to Dave, the Model King, and he said all the AMT and MPC, well, the round two kits, they've all got a 10% charge on them now. For
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Huh.
I forget what he called it. Let me see what it's called.
Surcharge?
Um,
Oh, cool, Mark.
it's called a 10% ocean
Hi,
surcharge.
Kits.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
I figured it'd be a surcharge.
Yeah, 10% ocean surcharge.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Good thing I didn't buy that from him.
Mhm. I saw on Facebook they were talking about in California. Here we go back to California again, and they're talking about the truckers not being able to use trucks at a certain age.
What?
Oh, wow.
How
Yeah.
was he in a certain age?
Well, okay,
age?
independent truckers, the more 90% of them probably can't afford to buy a new truck, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So they have to drive older trucks. But
And a lot of times they're better, actually.
but now they're not accepting not
Hey,
not
Dominic.
letting them to drive
How's
the
it
older
going?
truck.
Going on, guys?
What's up,
Good evening.
Dom?
So I mean that's going to cost a lot of that causes a lot of problems.
Damn right it's going to cause a lot of problems.
Yeah.
A lot of
You see my
those truckers
34,
would rather have the
Dominic?
old cat engine than the new cat engine
Yeah.
because it was
Right.
better.
Yeah. Well, I know my brother. They took a lot of crap off
What's
their
up,
truck.
Purple?
Wow.
So they're going to start inspecting
cool.
them harder? Is that what they're going to do?
Well, yeah. I guess once they find, these guys could know by looking at the truck how old it is, and I suppose then they just start asking things.
I got this over here, John.
Oh, cool.
There's 3 sets of tires in there.
Okay, thanks.
What was that envelope?
Some tires for John.
Oh,
He asked me for some 50s that I printed.
yeah. Well, the newer trucks, they just plug in. They plug into the OBD port, and that's all they need to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's one of the problems as far as shipping stuff now.
Yeah, Mark said that he ordered his plates from Amazon.
Look, you don't have enough drivers. You don't have enough drivers. You got almost 100% turnover rate as far as drivers, and now you're going to start messing with the trucks. Yeah.
Yeah. See, now they're only letting unionized drivers.
That makes no sense, man. Things are going to go skyrocket.
So what are you working on now, Dominic?
Actually, just looking for some files that I have. I wanted to, I'm going to send them to Miguel, have him check them out.
Yeah.
He is self-sufficient, and we've been hindering that at home.
No, speed and scale, no. I don't have my shots yet. So, and you have to have your shots in order to go to the show. So,
You don't have your shots yet?
no,
Oh.
I'm not getting them.
Yeah, you're taking a chance.
No, it's just, like I lost 4 family members because of the shots. So I'm not taking any chances.
A friend of mine, his wife got it. I said, now how did you guys get that? Because you have your shots. He said, well, she went up to the northern part of New Brunswick when it was really bad, and she got it.
It doesn't
She's
take
not
much.
in the hospital or nothing.
It doesn't take much.
No, she's not in the hospital or anything.
Well,
Just
it's
means
just like me, like last week, well, Saturday, I took my son for supper. And they asked me, well, do you have your shots? I said, no. Well, you can't eat inside, but you can eat on the patio.
Yeah.
I said, well, that doesn't make any sense. Because I have to walk through the restaurant, pass all the customers to get outside. So that little strad from the counter to outside, I can give it to somebody.
But you get your mask on, though.
Doesn't yeah, but you still have to wear. We still have to wear a mask even if we're shot and got our shots. So
That's right. That's right.
I think it would be different if I didn't lose 4 family members, but that's
What are your family members?
Yeah, and
Where-
Europe.
Oh, in
Yeah.
Europe. Oh,
Yeah.
that's a whole
But still,
different,
it doesn't matter.
a whole
It's
different
no family
country.
member. What's that?
different part of the world. It's
Well,
really
they had
bad.
the same
It's really
percentage
bad
shots
over
like
there.
we had here.
Yeah, but it's really bad over there.
Yeah. You don't have to tell me that. I lost 10 family members altogether there because of it. So I know. No sense of going to Holland now. Most of my family members are gone.
You make your day and the world around you a whole bunch better. You're the ingredient.
Did you see what Speed and Scale said? Or are you going to the show?
Yeah, I just told them I can't go to the show
Oh, okay.
because I don't have my shots, John.
Oh,
You
okay.
can't go inside the building even if you got a mask on. They won't allow you to come in the building because they'll ask you, "Do you have your shots? Can you show us?"
Wow,
So,
that's gotta suck.
and they said it's only going to be a temporary thing, but I think it's going to be a long-term thing with this passport stuff.
Oh, this COVID's going to be going on for years.
Oh yeah,
It's not going away.
no. Well, there's like Ford. He says, "Well, this passport is only going to be temporary." Yeah, well, that's what they just said about the GST too.
Well, that's what they said about masks too. But
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
but I mean, you
I
know,
don't believe
as long
anything
as
they
this
say
COVID,
anymore.
as long as this COVID's out there, we got 100 and I think 111 today, and
Yeah,
that's a lot for here.
And BC, it's been hit pretty hard the last couple of weeks.
About 111 people that died, or 111 people that got it.
No, 111 people that
Got infected.
got it basically yesterday, or you know.
But they're
Yeah.
still alive. Is that what you're saying?
Now, basically, if you're saying there's 111, we know there's more than that
Yeah,
because not everybody's getting tested,
no.
and that's the problem. See, people aren't getting tested, and they got it, and they're roaming around.
I got tested once, and I'll never go through that ordeal again. No thanks. That was
My
an
wife gets tested
experience.
every week.
That was an experience, I tell you.
Yeah, my stepson has to get tested every 3 days.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they're supposed to change that testing part of it. Supposed to. I don't know. Hi, John Claus. Oh, not much. Just shooting the breeze.
Blue Streak, I don't have a channel. Whatever I have on YouTube is nothing model related.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's looking pretty good, Miguel. I think your nuts are too big.
Yep.
My
I
wife says that all the time.
I didn't
I
even
was gonna
think
open
before.
that
I
can
gotta
of
start
worms, and
thinking
you
before
did,
I
though.
speak.
Oh wait, let me see his nuts. Wait a second.
Hold on, let me drop the.
Did you
You
get the
better watch it.
magnifying
You're not
glass
that
out?
good. The squirrels will be playing with them.
Hmm.
I don't know. On my screen, they're pretty small.
Yeah, they look pretty small.
I'd have to get another look at it, but
No, you don't.
That's what she said.
that's amazing, Miguel, how you can put that all together that fast. Yeah.
He does that while he's doing his job.
That look okay?
Yeah.
Those-
Well,
those-
Was
It
a
doesn't
top
look
hat
quite
from
right.
Alice in Wonderland or something or what?
No.
it doesn't look quite right. I'd have to look at a real one again.
The real one has it more to, yeah.
No, I wait now.
Hold on. Let me bring it up here.
Yeah. Oh, put it full screen.
Okay, I see what you did. The front two ones, didn't you?
Yeah, I just did these
Yes,
two here
right,
on the top.
right,
I
right.
haven't done the side ones yet.
Yeah. I
I'll
don't
do the
know.
side ones here in a moment.
You know, I'm just trying to think if that the wires that go there are pretty small.
Oh, yeah, the wires are pretty small. They would have to be hair thin. To be
Yeah, pretty much in 125 scale, they wouldn't be very big. As long as what would be cool if you get well, I don't know if you can put a hole in them or not, but if you could drill a hole through those through this bolt shaft the nut.
Right here?
Yeah, if you could if you had a hole through them, then you could just poke the wire through them.
I'd say just leave a stud there and then slide the nut on, glue it.
Yeah, yeah, you wouldn't even need a nut really. I mean,
Because I just glue it.
unless some guy's got a magnifying glass and is checking it all out.
Well, I'm telling you,
Rivet
They-
counters, they're gonna do it.
they sell that. I know they sell the photo etch little piece that fits on the end of the wire.
What do you
What is that?
mean?
The lug, the lug that fits on the wire.
Oh yeah, I've seen them, but they're usually more for like battery cables.
Yeah, but they have them small enough where you could do it, get away with that.
They have lugs or pieces that are smaller than the ones for battery cables.
Yeah.
Jesus, I
They're
wouldn't be able to manipulate something that small.
They make 1/72 scale. What do you call cockpit details in
Your wife
photo
says you
etch,
do
so
pretty good.
That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. It looks good though, Miguel.
All right, how about that?
Yeah, well, yeah, that'd be cool. Then you just shove the wire in there.
Shove it in there.
Well, I mean, otherwise you'd have to take the nut off and then wrap the wire around the bolt, and then put the nut back on. I mean, that thing is going to be pretty tiny at 1/25 scale. You know.
They have some pretty small wires. I've seen the wires.
Yeah. Well, I've got some of those nut and bolts from Walters,
Yeah.
and I've used them, and they're pretty tiny. But I mean, going that far into detail is good, but putting those wires on, my gosh.
Yeah, Windsor is pretty far from me.
I was watching Plasmo do it, and I'm like,
Peter's girl.
he was doing the lifter rods that go up into the engine.
Yeah.
Air cooled airplanes engine, and they were coming out pretty damn realistic. Let me tell you.
Yeah. Well,
And
Well,
they're
I mean-
small.
The alternative is to not have them at all. I mean,
well, that's true. I mean, if you didn't have the nuts, the bolts on there, right?
what would be the point of this little nub here if we didn't have bolts here? I mean, you
Well-
don't have to put anything on these.
No, you don't have to have those pieces on. Yeah, just having them there for somebody that really wants to get into that deal is
Yeah,
there.
detail.
For me, I
There.
probably wouldn't put a wire into them because the wires would be too bloody tiny.
I
I'm
just
just
want
gonna
to see
leave
the
them there.
wiring harness that you're gonna put on this thing.
What
Get
was
some
that?
of that, get some of that ultra wire fly fishing wire sheet.
Yeah.
That's what I use.
Oh, I've got wire that's really fine wire, but
Like
I
this stuff
don't
here.
think I'd mess with that.
See, like
Like
the
this
one,
stuff
the
here.
wire that's running down from
See
the
how
two
thin that is?
main posts.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I see that.
The
Yeah.
wires running to the main post have to
It's called
go to
ultra
the
wire.
battery. You know that, right? The one goes
Oh,
to
yeah,
the
the
battery,
piston
and the other
core.
one goes to the starter.
Yes, but those bolts he hasn't got on yet.
I know, but you do know that's going to be included while you're doing this super detailing.
Yeah, for sure. But it's the two other bolts, one on each side, that's the one you use because one goes to the battery and one goes down to the starter.
And you're going to wire the coil too, because you want a positive and negative going to the coil.
Well, see, there you're getting into tiny, tiny wires again.
And this is super detail, yeah.
Yeah.
Super detailing is super insane. That's all I got to say to
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I know. I've started and I've said to myself, I'm just going to do plug wires.
Yeah.
You look at the plug wires, you say, oh, gee, I might as well do the heater hoses.
All right.
Ah, yeah. Well, I might as well put the brake lines in.
How about the AC hoses?
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. If there's one thing
AC
leads to
hoses.
another.
And then you're
Yeah,
going to
but
go
you
with
can overwire a motor too, so you idle.
Well, that's what I mean. See, when
you
you get down into the really fine wiring, I don't know. I mean,
yeah,
At
like the
1/16th, you're
like the
better
Pro
off.
mods, for
1/16th
example.
scale. The
If you had
1/16
to
scale,
wire
you're
a,
better
a
off.
Pro Mod motor, just like a real Pro Mod motor, you would never
Yeah.
see any of the detail hardly.
No, but that's why I like the older dragsters,
Yeah,
because I mean, there's not a whole lot of shit on them.
no.
You know, I mean, yeah, you got wires, you got fuel lines, but you know that's basically out. There's no computer crap.
Yeah,
That's the problem with today's drag cars. They're all computerized.
yeah.
You know?
Well, they
They
also
hook it
have,
up
you
to a
know,
computer
data.
and they can tell
They
you
also
what
collect
problem they
data.
have.
They like to collect race data, what the engine was doing, how many G's the cars were doing.
That's what I mean. It's all
on that track, you know?
computerized.
Yeah. GP cars are extremely data acquiring all the time.
Oh, they all the new car, all the race cars today are. Yeah,
Oh,
doesn't matter what you're racing. It's all
unless you're a vintage, and unless you're racing something vintage, you know.
yeah.
I think they started in the '80s, wasn't it? Put a computer on dragsters.
I don't know. Probably late '70s they started messing with it.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
You know.
But they wanted more data. They wanted to know how many G's the car's pulling. They wanted to know
Yeah.
how much timing was going on while the engine's running.
Oh yeah, yeah. But
know?
that's just it. It's all computerized. It's
You see
amazing.
those guys, top fuel, and the top fuel guys inside the trailer, and what are they doing? They're on a laptop reading the information.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. It's not like the old days. They just do it by ear.
Yeah,
Well, they would read plugs. They would read plugs and look at the cylinders.
yeah.
Yeah,
Now they can tell, you know, the exhaust gas temperatures. They can tell the timing.
Oh yeah, everything.
They can
No, it's
set
just-
the right amount of nitro in there. They can mix the nitro just the right way.
Oh yeah, yeah. They can do everything just like a real car. No, but just like your everyday car nowadays, it's getting so, you know.
Well, they
can even figure out how much air they need in the slicks too.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, that's what they do with cars today. They tell you your tire pressure is low.
Oh yeah, it's TPMS.
Yeah.
Tire pressure monitoring system.
Yeah. My Toyota doesn't have that.
Good. You don't need it.
They had
Got a
it.
hand.
They had it in 2017. The one I had it, and when I get this one, they say nope, they got rid of it.
We
I
had
don't
once
think
a
you
grocery
don't need- you
store
don't need
here,
that stuff.
and the
If you're not looking at
cashier,
your tires before you get into a car, then you shouldn't be driving.
the cashier machines were saying $1, $2, $3. Fucking drove me nuts.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of those friggin', you know, no cashiers anymore.
Well, they're eliminating a lot of banks here. It's basically you go to the bank, all it is a machine. There's nobody else there.
Yep, that's right. Yep.
Pretty soon, everybody's going to stay home and order everything online and have everything delivered. Yeah,
Well,
They'll
that's-
have them income.
That's
Everybody
happening
will have
now.
them income.
Oh, I know.
They'll send you $25,000 a year, and you shut up and stay home.
Yeah.
I told my son. I told my son when he's 30 years old, he's going to be like 400 pounds.
But
No,
like
that's-
Wally, the movie Wally, huh?
But see, now they were talking about that on the news tonight. They were talking about like the restaurants and that in town. Like they're not getting any money at dinner time because everybody that's working is working at home.
Yeah.
You know, so there's another problem. See, people aren't working; they're working at home. So the people that work in restaurants, they don't have to work.
Idle time is not good for people.
No,
Idle time is
I
not
think
good.
this COVID shit. No, everything that's happening right now is yeah. There's a big story behind this, and I don't think the outcome is going to be very good.
No, because it's depopulation. You know that. We all know that. We all know that. But, you know,
Yeah, it's a scary
can't say it too
situation.
loud, right?
Anyway,
Yeah,
That long?
I think you're right there. You hit the nail right on the head, Steve.
yeah. Well, I don't really like to think of it, but
No, I think there's more to it than meets the eye. That's for sure.
yeah.
Now, do you want this screw sticking out, like in this picture?
Well, yeah, that's a good thing to have out there because you have
It's
to
always
attach,
good to have. Yeah.
yeah, you have to attach your cable from that one to,
All right.
one goes to the battery and one goes to the starter.
Yeah, just checking.
It's good to have stick out.
I don't know if you can see this one or not, but if you look inside there,
Yeah.
there's bolt heads in there, right?
Yeah.
And they're just off of those that Walters bolts.
Pretty
I just-
wrinkled up too. Well, I like the tire.
Well,
Looks
it's
like it's been through hell.
well, you know what? It goes
How's
with
it know?
Mr. Gasser.
Hey, Zeno, what's happening?
How's it going?
Hello.
Mr. Gasser.
Hey, Zeno, what's happening? Oh,
How's it
the
going?
sound is messed up.
It-
Good, John.
Oh, there he is.
Where am I at? Oh, yeah. See, it's going to go on my Mr. Gasser.
Wow.
You see?
Very cool.
So how many of those wrinkle wall tires do you want,
It's
you
going to
know?
go on my Mr. Gasser.
Hold on a minute. Let me get
Wow.
these buttons open.
See?
Where you just want a couple sets? So how many of those
Yeah.
wrinkle wall tires do you want? Okay.
It's gonna go on my Mr. Gasser.
Let me get these buttons open.
Where you just want a couple sets? So how many of those
Yeah, two sets for now. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'll keep the mold here if you ever want any more later.
Sure. Yeah, two sets for now.
Okay.
All right. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay, I know I had echo on this end. I don't know why I have trouble clearing that all the time. Okay. As long as I ain't echoing.
Echo.
Hi, Joel and Tom. How's it going?
I sent an email today to that Doug guy.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, did
Yeah, I
you?
saw that. I saved the pictures in the folder.
Oh, did you get them? I
Yeah,
sent John
I did.
some more to you.
Yeah, I put them on a flash drive.
Yeah, I sent you some more today. Did you see those? Those are some I left. Some of them might
Yeah.
be duplicated, but I want to make sure I got you of all of them.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, one was a poster, some posters you had,
Yeah,
and then another one was.
Well, all of them are close-up shots. They're all they're laid out like a collage on a poster paper.
Yeah.
And so I was trying to take individual shots of each one instead of just the whole collage, because it's like 36 by 30 inch, I think. Because I have it like in a small corkboard frame covered with plexiglass. Yeah. But yeah, it was that or old funny cars. It was a hard decision, but I had to go with the gassers, man. I had to pick one.
Can't go wrong with gassers, that's for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
the
nice.
way to
Man.
go.
But I did get with Doug, the guy with all those kits. I sent him an email and he responded within about 10 minutes, and he was I left him my phone number on the email so he could call me, and I told him about 4 different kits: the Bob Glidden's, a jukebox Ford, and then the Henry J. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he said, yeah, I think I got all of those. I'll give you a call. He was airbrushing something, so.
Oh, cool.
And I did find out a little bit through email. He is a Ford guy too, so, which is a positive in my book.
Yeah.
No, he said he was. His dad rubbed off on him too. Fords, I guess, like my brothers did me. So.
Yeah, my dad back in the day, he worked in a Ford dealership.
Oh wow, cool.
Yeah. He also worked for Studebaker when Studebaker was around.
Oh, that's something to talk about.
Yeah. That place only lasted 2 years.
What year was the Studebaker, that bullet nose, man? Wasn't it? Didn't they have a bullet nose Studebaker?
51.
51. Yeah, those are pretty cool too. Then.
They only built those Studebakers 2 years, I think.
Yeah, it wasn't long. Well,
No. It was in the next town from me.
oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Making Ford solenoid, huh, Miguel?
Yes, sir.
They're a lot easier to jumpstart across the post than the Chevrolet is anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
With the old
I
handy
could jumpstart
screwdriver.
any one of them.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, you know when a Chrysler starts up, oh man, that's a sound you
That's
never
because
forget.
the Chrysler's got the gear junction starter.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's
It's
kind of like
it's a
when you
lot better
hear,
design. A
well,
lot better design than that direct drive on the Ford.
yeah, well, we roll the dice on that one. So
Yeah, you did. And Chevy used shims because they couldn't get the blocks right all the time. They had to have shims. How many mechanics I've seen throw the shims over their shoulder and say, "We don't even know sticking shims."
All right, Steve.
That looks really nice.
Let me see. I
Yeah.
think I
I
can.
think
is that a standard or is it called the Blue Street one, man?
I think now if you look at that picture of the real one, I think your side posts are too low. I think they should be centered.
They are centered.
No, I centered vertically.
Oh, yeah. That's easy.
Yeah. But if you look at the picture of the real one, you'll see what I
Of
mean.
Yeah,
course.
I
Of course,
haven't.
Miguel is going to say it's easy.
Uh-huh.
Well, I mean, look how fast he did that.
Yeah, no.
How much
no
voltage
kidding.
is that thing gonna take?
Geez, I wouldn't even be able to get a straight line on it.
Better.
Maybe a little higher. I think almost the
Turn it.
center of that the
Turn
center.
it. No,
You
you're
could
talking
lower
about
the top a little too.
I thought you were talking about the small one, the one that goes to the.
You're talking
Wire
about
thing.
this here?
Yeah,
That's got a
There.
bracket too. That kind of, see that metal
This
bracket.
one that's on the side.
yeah. I guess it is quite low. Okay. I just thought they were a little higher than that.
No, because that square piece is the one that goes to the top of the towards the
You
hood,
got-
right?
Show the real one again, Miguel.
I think we should just wire Steve to one of these and a
Yeah,
battery.
That's about right. I mean,
Yeah.
I would think if anything, the little ones would need to go a little higher vertically, maybe.
I think a little further
But that
apart,
looks-
but that's okay.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a
close,
close enough approximation.
Yeah, I mean it's better than what we get in kits today.
Oh, well,
I've
yeah.
never seen a one of those in a kit.
There's one. They were in one kit, and I cannot remember which one it was in. I don't
48
remember. I
Ford.
know it was in a kit one time, and I couldn't.
48 Ford IMC kit. 48 Ford IMC kit.
I don't know. I can't
I think
say.
so.
I got a 48 Ford IMC. Well, testers or whoever. I have one of those, but
Yeah, I
I've
think it
never
was.
seen it in the kit, but I can't remember.
How big is this going to be?
I
Though?
think
I want to see. I want to
the
see one printed.
Trumper
someday.
64 Falcon had it too.
Less than 3 millimeters.
Hi.
Wow.
Well, it's almost a square. I mean, it's 3 by.
Yeah.
It's like 2.7 by 2.5.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just get my caliper out.
Well, 2.7 millimeters is almost 3 inches in 1/25th scale and 1/24 scale. It's almost 3 inches, and yeah, that's roughly about the right height.
Yeah.
I got rid of all my friggin' Ford stuff when I sold my Cougar.
Oh, there's always some Ford laying around somewhere.
Okay, all right. I'm listening to you, John. We missed you last night because we were talking about California, but
I know you always miss me. You're always gonna miss me.
yeah, like a bad cold, you just won't go away.
Yeah.
No, he's like a hemorrhoid.
If I was a hemorrhoid, I would love to be your hemorrhoid.
Oh man,
I'd never
Well, at
leave
least
you
I can turn
alone.
you off.
God, love is in the air.
Oh, you're gonna have to eat a lot of chili to do that.
What are these little? They look like rivets in the corner here on the flat plate part.
That's what holds that plate there.
You talking about those
The
brass
bracket.
ears that come out with bolt holes in them?
The
No.
rivet,
I'm talking about on the black flat plate in
Right.
the upper right-hand corner. There's a little silver, looks like a rivet, and there's one on the bottom right, and then I'm assuming top left, bottom left as well on the flat portion.
On the tops and bottom?
Can you go full screen with that and blow that up,
Yeah,
Miguel?
that's what.
yeah, it could be a plate. You know, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
It's just a rivet that holds that together.
That's what holds the thing together, actually.
yeah, there must be. Yeah, there might be a plate there in the bottom.
Okay.
Same as there's
It
a
holds
plate on the top.
An iron
Okay, well,
core in that thing.
I'll put a little rivet here then. I just wanted to.
You
I
put
just wanted to check what it was.
It has a base. Holy crap! It has a
on
base.
that one side of that on the one side of that solenoid, Miguel, where one of the smaller ones are, and you put the S right there for starter side, or so you know how to cross over to that hot post.
And the other one has to have an eye.
This
I'm
is
just
two.
playing.
This
I'm
is
just
2
playing.
millimeters. You're
I know,
you're a
I know.
madman.
I know it. I'm just playing, man. I knew
You're
you were
a
awake,
madman.
I
You
want to
see-
see Curb. I want to see Steve with a 00000 brush and try to put that S on there.
Well,
Alright.
he's got to do the top piece yet. He hasn't finished that.
Yeah, we'll do that right now.
Oh,
All right.
hey, stop rushing the man.
I
Yeah.
saw once at a mall show, a guy put an on and off switch on the drag car, and it was on 125 scale on the back by the bumper. I couldn't.
Gotta
Yeah.
have steady hands. That's all I gotta say.
I couldn't fucking freaking do that. Too small for me.
Mm.
You just do a decal.
Oh, he didn't do a decal. He painted on. I don't know, Rusty. I watched a bit of it, Christina. I didn't watch the whole thing though.
I think go look up the modern version of that. There's a modern version of that, you know. Modern
Wow.
solenoid.
Probably China.
I guess, Miguel, when you're looking at that picture, you're getting it quite large compared to what we're seeing it. The original pit post, right?
This.
Just a second, I gotta go back. Yeah, when you're looking at that, that probably
Yeah,
fills the
full
screen up.
full screen. Yeah,
Yeah.
full screen.
Right. Yeah. Because I just pick one up off the internet to look at it. Makes a big difference when you're actually seeing something that's larger.
Yeah.
She said.
I was waiting to
Well, you see the top piece, that top metal piece,
We
That-
all wish our body parts were larger.
that attaches to your side of your fender. So really, those two holes at the top, on one on the left and one on the right, they should have bolts on them. So then when you just glue that to your fender, it would be just, like bolting it to your inner
No,
fender.
no, you're gonna have to put the little bolt and nut in there yourself.
Well, I've got them.
that small.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
He-
that small. Yeah.
He's got small nuts.
Yeah.
Well, that's what the wife said anyway.
But they're loaded.
Mm.
Yeah, Protec sells
Not
those
lately.
nuts and all that. Those small nuts, different sizes.
I got mine from the train store when they went out of business. Walters.
Oh, the plastic ones?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a company out there that makes a whole sheet of them. At different sizes.
Yeah, I get different ones,
You have to cut them off yourself.
Yep.
That'd be a chore.
Yeah. Just taking them off. Carpet
Yeah.
monsters love that. Yeah.
That's when you have a catcher's mitt.
Yeah.
In your hand.
With glue on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some stick 'em. Yeah. Yeah, I saw earlier, Miguel, your jack stands come out nice, man.
Thanks.
I got a couple of those real pairs. I don't know the last time I used them, but I still have them.
What,
Miguel
those are
gets
the
done with that
die-cast
one, maybe
ones,
he can make these.
die-cast
The,
ones?
yeah, the ones he cast that, they have the teeth on it. It's not like the old ones where you put the old pin in there.
Share the
The ones
picture that you see up there, JP. Then maybe he can make the next generation of solenoids.
Oh, okay.
That's the next generation of Ford solenoids.
Oh, I forgot to turn that thing on. I'll do it the next time. Whenever you guys want to share a folder, it'll automatically come up.
That's if you got like a
Wow.
newer Ford.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So you print yourself a figure yet, Dominic, or no?
I'm not going to print that.
No way.
No, it's a very crude, just like a beginner's type of thing. And I was just trying to do it to. It was a tutorial. So I was just trying to
Right.
learn Blender and where to pick up things. And
Oh yeah. So it's just a learning curve, so that way you get to know the buttons more.
I do want to finish it up. I haven't finished it yet. I got like maybe 15 minutes left to go.
Oh yeah.
And then I want to do that donut that Miguel was talking about, and then the tire.
Oh yeah.
You mean the monkey on fire?
Monkey on fire?
Yeah, I seen one guy. He was doing it where he gets the monkey, and he says he promises
What's
you that you can put
Rusty?
the monkey on
You don't
fire.
know how to do it on your device. What are you talking about? I think Rusty's talking to himself in the chat.
Didn't Bruce Springsteen have a song like that? Or is that I'm on fire?
Hey, you ought to be in jail, but that's okay.
I didn't start the fire, and Billy Joel did one.
Yeah, there you go.
Some cleansers get us clean, but take my moisture. CeraVe cleansers help me maintain my moisture balance.
I didn't know
Ring of
Gordon
Fire.
Lightfoot was still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Well,
supposed to be
hell.
doing. He's supposed to be
survived
doing a tour all through Canada, but he's not. He's not doing it now because of all the outbreaks.
Isn't Keith Richards still alive?
Oh yeah.
Yes, he is.
There you
I
go.
was
There's one that
surprised.
shouldn't be.
I'm
The other one-
surprised with all the drugs that guy took.
He's well
over the
preserved.
years.
Yeah.
He got
Yeah,
pickled.
Yeah, the other guy in the band, he just died not long ago, right? What was his name? I forgot his name.
Oh,
The
Charlie
drummer?
Watson.
Yeah, there you go, Watts. Yeah. Yeah, I would have thought Richards had been gone about 20 years ago, but
Oh no, the only way you can share, Rusty, is you got to be in a hangout to share. Unless I make you moderator, probably can do that if you want. Why you want to share
Rusty.
something?
You can't share as a moderator unless he's in unless he's in the hangout.
Right.
Yeah, but if he's a moderator, he can post the links or something.
He can post links, but he can't
Yeah.
share. Oh, okay. Well, I guess share in that sense, yeah.
Yeah, I will do that right now. It looks like I'm going to be giving a giveaway pretty soon again.
Oh,
Why? For what?
1100.
good.
oh wow. Good.
Okay.
Yeah, that looks pretty good, Miguel.
Nail it. Yeah.
I went and looked for my bolts and nuts, but I couldn't find them. I know you're going to say something about that.
Your wife have them in her purse?
Don't go there.
Can't find the bolt.
Yeah, but I didn't ask her.
Nice bet.
My dad sent his Corvette out to be repaired. He's got to have a radiator put in.
Mm.
Oh,
His days of working on it himself are past.
Okay,
76.
Rusty, I'm gonna make
Funny
you
you should say that. It's a 61,
moderator.
but it was painted in 76 with 76 Corvette white.
So if you want, so if you want to post
Wow.
a links in the chat, you can go right ahead. But that's all. That's the only way you can share it to us.
He's almost had that car 50 years now.
Wow. That's
Wow.
In 2023,
Awesome.
it'll be 50 years.
cool.
And he never thought he'd have it that long.
Yeah.
His plan was always to upgrade. He bought it in 73. So his plan
Right.
was to upgrade every couple of years to something newer.
Yeah.
Never did.
Usually the stories are the other way, like myself. You know, I'll never get rid of it. Next thing you know, something comes up and you got to get rid of it.
Yeah.
And you regret it the whole time you're doing it.
oh yeah. I
No,
know
the
there's
only
a
thing
guy
you could
right
do-
now.
The only thing you could do, Rusty, is you can share links, but you can't share a picture or anything. I'll let you in the hangout.
He can send the picture to you and you can share it.
Oh yeah. I don't think he has my email. I would have to go to the other computer to receive it though. That's the only thing. What's that, Steve?
This is the interior of my Mazda, but I used Krylon semi-gloss black. Yeah, I guess it's not really glossy. It's glossy, but it's not as glossy as I guess it could have been. But I put dull coat over the seat. I guess I was just comparing to see if
If you rub it with a cloth, that would get the shine off a little bit.
no, you can't, not with this.
Oh, okay.
Tester's flat black will do that. And I found little bottles of Tester flat black at the at Michael's here a couple of weeks ago, which I couldn't believe. But you know, every time I went there, there was none there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
anyway,
I don't know what Rust-Oleum is going to do with the Testers line. I have no idea. They haven't said anything yet, so I don't know.
probably not do anything.
Oh no, probably not. They eliminated their competition, in other words.
Well,
Tester-
no, they've still
Tester
got
wasn't in it.
competition.
I don't think Testers was competition for Rust-Oleum.
For Rust-Oleum, a lot of people are
Yeah.
using their spray paint for the models, which I don't understand. That, especially that
Yeah.
2K.
Yeah, but it's still
That's
not
the 2K on it.
the specific Tester stuff. Never gave any problems. He never had any problems except maybe
Oh no,
you would have a can that would splatter or something like that, maybe. But as far
Yeah,
as
the
melting
nozzle
models,
would clog
never
up.
had a problem with that.
nozzles clog up on those pretty easy though.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you never had a model melt from using Testers or the
No.
other one.
No.
But
How's that, Steve?
That Rust-Oleum.
Well, that
you know,
looks about as best as you could ever make it.
Steve,
You know, that's amazing. What did it take you, an hour to do that?
not even.
Probably 30 minutes. Oh.
I don't know. I wasn't timing them, but it sure looks good.
What is it?
It's a Ford solenoid.
Oh, okay.
Solenoid.
Starter solenoid. Yeah.
When they go on the firewall or
It's not
Yeah.
front fender usually beside the
Front fender.
battery.
They go. Yeah. Both. They've put them both places. And
Yeah.
I know.
depending on the car.
Just like the older 50 model Ford and stuff, they had resistors on the firewall too.
Yeah, that the new ones do. The new version I showed you has a one-way diode inside. So if you put it backwards,
Oh,
you
yeah.
can destroy it.
Well, I
Yeah.
don't know your nickname, Rusty. What was in high school? How would I know that? Huh. Hey, John, do you need an extra one of these bodies?
What is it?
Let me
What?
see.
57,
It's,
57
know.
Chevrolet.
yeah,
That's pretty.
it's
That's
a
pretty
Pro Mod
cool.
kit.
Oh wow.
Oh, you talking to me?
No,
He
I'm
said
talking
John. He wasn't
Shannon.
talking about the toilet.
I don't know because I don't trust him. I don't trust him as
That's
far as
a-
I can throw him.
JP, that's a resin body.
Yeah, I don't know if you
No,
think
no.
it'll make it here. I still ain't seen
No,
those
No,
other
I
parts.
used
Styrene.
the parts from it for another kit before.
Oh, okay.
That's
But
what
it's
I'm
a pro
asking.
mod?
Because sometimes you know you get a crushed roof or whatever.
Yeah,
This is the perfect roof. So
I got you.
yeah.
Sweet.
If you can get it here in one piece.
Oh, okay.
I'll be back in a minute, gents. I'm gonna walk down and get my dinner.
Okay.
All right.
Alrighty.
So that
I
was
didn't
your
see the
nickname
other
in
stuff you sent me.
high school? Rustolium?
Well, the tester cans now, they on the can they have Rust-Oleum logos on the
Yeah,
bottom.
somebody was
That's been
doing a
going
video
on for a
that.
while. Yeah, I don't know if they're going to change the formula or not, or is it going to be Rust-Oleum formula or stay with testers? I would think
Well, that's
there you
hard
go.
to say. Well, look at bare metal foil.
Yeah.
As soon as that
Yeah.
other guy took over, it's been crap
Yeah,
from what I
that's
heard.
it. You got it, John. Yeah, glare, but yeah, I know what you're talking, what you're showing.
Yep,
There you go. Yeah, Rust-Oleum.
I still am. So I think the formula is still the same. It doesn't harm plastic, but
Maybe the nozzles is what'll be the trick. Because I know I've had trouble with the nozzles on testers too. Though.
you can clean them up. You can take them
Yeah.
apart. You can clean them up. You can always decant the can. I can pop
Yeah.
this can open. I can pop this can open. Just leave it like that. Put a pin right here. Pop it, and then a drop of paint will come out.
Yeah.
All the air will come out, but none of the paint.
I
Yeah,
don't like
paint
the
will be in the
spray
bottom.
nozzles on the Crayon paint. That's what I don't like.
Oh, I
They have
like
adjustable. They got some adjustable ones with the fan can be turned horizontal or
Yeah, that's what I like about them.
Get way too much overspray with them.
Oh yeah, but it's only overspray. I do most of my painting out the garage anyway, so
Oh yeah.
and I can only now's the time I should be doing all this painting. You know?
Here's a tester's lacquer can. See that white little thing in there?
Yeah.
That will pop out.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. I just take my cans, turn them upside down, and spray them until no paint comes out.
Yeah. Clear the nozzle.
Yeah, and then put a drop of lacquer thin there.
I hardly do that.
What's that?
I hardly do that. Never have a problem.
No. Sometimes I got paint here that's probably 20 years old. Some of it I've used, some of it I
I
haven't.
just took the nozzle the hell out. There's the nozzle,
Yeah, spray it now.
and then then it'll come out like a fountain, dude. You know that.
Right. Yeah.
But that's how you clean them up.
Yeah, but it's funny how some of the testers, like the cans, have leaked out the clear stuff.
I had that.
Yeah, I've had several cans do that. And
Yeah,
some people
I had
say
to
it's
throw 'em
propellant.
I had to throw them out.
They must
Oh, I
have had some.
still use them.
They were
Tester's snot.
defective cans, probably.
What's that?
They were defective cans, probably.
Yeah, but I mean, they've sat here for months, and all of a sudden you have to go pick it up, and it's stuck to like keep mine in the cardboard box, and it's stuck in the box.
If there's any oxygen inside this, these cans are metal. They
Yeah.
will probably rust and expand at the seams.
Yeah, well, there always some seems to be coming out the bottom.
Yeah, that's one of the main seams too,
Yeah.
right there. You know, that's why it's got that concave in there.
So marble
I'm
can
back.
roll around.
Yeah.
And
All
also,
right.
the little black
Let's
dot,
see.
you're supposed to align up with it too. That little black dot.
Did you bring a
You're supposed
fork,
to- you're
extra
supposed
fork
to line
there,
it up with
Miguel?
that.
Oh yeah, never knew that.
What do I need a fork for?
Well, extra might help you out. I heard
You eat
Mel
corn
was
dogs
in
and French fries with a fork?
Oh, I can
That's
do
it.
anything with a fork, just about, man.
That's his first course. You ain't seen nothing yet.
Well, it's just like decanting cans. I never take my straw to nozzle. Never did. Never had a problem.
Oh, I'd take them out.
So you
I'm gonna
just
do the
gotta
whole
watch
can.
the cold air coming from the can.
Yeah, like Freon on.
That guy right there will do the job every single time.
Can't even tell what it is.
It's like an all. It's an all. AWL.
Like a straw going in a spray nozzle.
So what do you do with it?
I take it, see the can, and right there, and I puncture the can right there. You don't release all the air at once, okay? You take your time. You release it little bit by little bit until it's all out.
The can says do not puncture.
Yeah.
Since
I've
when
been
does Mopar listen to instructions?
I usually take a can opener to the bottom.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I just, you get that first punch and it just lets all the air out.
But the bottom will have the paint. The air usually is up on the top.
Well, it depends how you rotate.
Oh, so if you have the can like that, yeah.
Yeah,
If you get it upside down,
yeah.
well, I'm not in Canada. I don't do upside down.
Anyway, I've done that. I've just taken the can opener and just put a paper towel over it and squeeze her down, and it goes pop, and I can hear all the air coming out. You might get a little bit of paint out, but I've never got very much out.
Wait a minute. In Canada, doesn't your paint come in bags?
That's the newer stuff.
Little pouches like fruit juices.
Yeah, that's right.
Wine in a box.
Like your milk?
Wine in a bag.
No, you guys got square cows.
Oh.
Where? Yeah, they're a rectangle.
Well, I guess if you pull them along with the train, yeah, I guess they get to be rectangles.
They're brown and white too,
Ours are black and white.
Yeah,
Oh, they're segregated. I guess.
segregated. Yeah. Well, I guess that's going to have to work for my interior. I got to try and get the body painted next.
All lives matter.
All eyes matter.
Eat more chicken.
There you go.
"17 minutes on this chassis print."
Not all? Holy crap.
Oh, it's done?
In 17 minutes.
On the
Wow.
chassis.
Wow.
He's giving a heads up.
I didn't filter my my resin after my last print though, so it might fail.
Uh-oh. You're going to get SDM on your ass.
Huh.
I've done like 4 prints in a row without filtering
Well, Rick's going to
And-
start
and-
yelling at you.
and not had any issues. But I did notice on this last print, I had a clean vat to begin with, and when the print started, I could hear it sticking to the FEP. Every time the print plate would lift, it would go like it was ripping resin off the FEP. So I guess that's why some people use lubricant
Right?
on their FEP.
What, you're wondering about storing what, the spray paint?
You know, they have storage systems that do that. That you put the cans in there, and this thing just goes slowly. And every so often, it flips the can. They're not cheap, though. Maybe Miguel could print one for you.
I don't know if I could print it, but I could certainly design it.
Oh, yeah. It's not that hard. Cheaper just to do it by hand. That's what she said.
Safer too, huh?
Safer.
Takes longer though.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes longer is better.
I know, and John is probably goes on a different date every night, switching hands.
Oh, a different date
He,
every
he's
year.
even got
Oh,
names.
okay.
He's even got names
Okay.
for his hands.
I'm
You
not.
know,
I'm not as flexible as you. You know, I can't use my feet.
Yeah. You don't know what you're missing.
I store it in a cool place, Rusty. I never had a problem. I store it in the closet. So I don't have no spray cans anymore. I just use airbrushes mostly.
I got like
Oh,
50 rattle cans sitting here next to me.
I used to.
rattle
I
cans
used
are
to.
cool when you
I
spot
sold them all.
someone.
I should have kept some of them because I had a lot of Tamiya paints, brand new, not even open.
They're cool for when you gotta paint something really quick and you don't want to clean an airbrush.
Yeah, well, the pache doesn't take that long to clean, John. I don't find it takes that long. A couple of seconds, I'm done. Cleaning it.
Even my Talon, I just run acetone through it and backwash it, and I only clean it when I'm changing colors.
Well, what I do is I just leave it in a jar of lacquer thinner overnight. If I'm done painting for the day, that's all I do. And the next day, I pull it out. It doesn't take long to clean it out, put it
Right.
together.
Well,
Couple
what's the
seconds.
story? What's the story about what you use to clean them with? That
I
can
use lacquer
damage.
thinner.
I know, but the damage O-rings and stuff.
Some of them
The Pache H doesn't have any O-rings.
Oh, I
uses a
don't.
nylon
Oh, okay.
But I use
or
this
Delrin
Oh, okay.
lacquer thinner.
or PTFE, polychloro.
The ones you got to
vinyl.
worry about is the double action ones, like Wadas. But they have a
Yeah.
Teflon seal anyway, so it shouldn't bother
Some
them.
of them,
Okay, I got you.
Yeah,
some of them have rubber O seals that are easily damaged too.
yeah. Like it's not like you're soaking it in for a long period of time. Like if I do the double action airbrushes to take the needle out and all that,
Yeah.
I clean it right away. I don't leave it sitting in the lacquer thinner or anything, so it shouldn't harm it.
Yeah, I got a couple of double action. I'm still trying to learn that, but yeah, man, you take them apart. It's a hassle. That little trigger to get it lined up with the needle to go through and get it to drop into it's got that pin that swivels back and forth, and
Yeah,
on the bottom of the trigger or the button, you get it back into that slot.
yeah. I use this Badger needle juice for the tip of the needle, and it makes it move smoother through the channel of your airbrush.
Yep.
And what was that?
It's called Badger needle juice. I don't know.
Don't say it 3 times.
Oh no, I'm trying to find it so I can show you.
You didn't get it. He'll catch up.
But even these guys are double action. Okay,
Oh, here it
double
is.
action. Double action is described
one
as
here,
air and then fluid.
This one here.
Oh, okay.
It's
Yeah.
called
I see
needle
it.
juice.
You said
Yeah,
3
that's-
times. Oh, no.
Okay.
That stuff
Said it
is
3 times.
non-petroleum based. That's why it works.
Yeah.
It's
Non-petroleum?
non-petroleum based. It's like red rubber grease. Red rubber grease is used for a hydraulic system
Right.
because if you use regular grease, it swells up the seals and destroys them.
Yeah.
Like in wheel cylinders, calipers, stuff like that. When you
Yeah.
rebuild the caliper, what kind of grease are you going to use to get that thing to go back together again? You can't
Yeah,
use
I agree.
petroleum because if you
No.
use petroleum jelly, you're going to just damage the seal.
Yeah.
So it's like a ceramic type grease.
Like with the waters, you do get like similar to the Badger needle juice, but it's a little bit thicker, and it doesn't work very well.
Yeah, mine came with this little bottle of the oil for the needle.
Yeah.
Well, it didn't come in this bottle. This is for eye medicine. So I
Yeah.
transferred it over to this, and it works great. I
Okay.
just refill the bottle and just put one little small drop on the tip of the needle, slide it in, and that's it.
And it's easier
I've
to
heard
clean
that
the needle
before.
too. It's easier to clean the needle too.
Yeah.
My double action works fine now. It doesn't stick or anything.
No,
But like
it's
if I'm
just
gonna
that
shoot clear, I clean it though.
the double action takes a little bit longer to clean though. That's all.
Yeah.
That's why I use the Pass AH mostly.
Yeah.
But like if you're doing like that multi-pattern type of camouflage, like on the World War II airplanes, where it's like those little squiggly lines, that's where your double action is really good at.
Yeah. Yeah, because you have more control over the air and the paint.
Right, and you can get down to a fine line. Make the little
Yeah.
circles and little squigglies.
So Dominic, how did it go with Blender?
Mm-mm.
Hey,
I think we're getting a delayed reaction.
Yeah. Silence.
Dominic?
I think that's
Cricket.
my job.
Crickets. Crickets.
Are you muted, Dominic?
He might be listening to a video. He might be
Yeah.
doing a tutorial.
Yeah.
I didn't look at Blender today.
He's laughing, so he must be watching a video.
Must be happy.
No, I didn't look at the Blender today.
I don't know. How did she do, Rusty? Today, Mary.
Me, I need to have everything together in one spot. Like I gotta have the printer, I gotta have all this stuff together for me to be able to start having the need to start learning something.
So maybe you'll get something built, right, John?
Maybe. I bought 3 different kinds of paint to paint the motorcycle. I still haven't decided which paint to use.
How many cars you got in your garage that you still have to work on?
7.
Oh wow.
7.
And people give me cars for free, so I'm like, okay.
It's for free. It's for me.
Must have a
Like,
pretty
yeah,
fair
I
price
know,
garage then.
It's kind of hard to say no.
JP, put that 57 body up again.
Yeah, you gotta box that up, right?
That's a soft seal.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's what it
Yeah.
is.
Is that AMT?
No.
Oh, it's Revell. This is
Oh,
Revell.
that was Revell.
Yeah, monogram.
Monogram. Wow. That's 124.
Yeah. No, it's 125th.
Wow.
This
Monogram.
Yeah. They had some of them as 125th.
Yeah, it used to be that monogram was mostly 124.
Yeah. Well, that's what was mostly the muscle cars. But when they went to the funny cars and all that, it was 125th. Like the Mongoose, 57 Chevy funny car. That's
Oh, yeah.
125th.
Yeah, the red one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that. I got it in a double set.
Yeah, I want to get both of those one day too on my list. Never built either one of those.
You ever built the cop out?
No, I don't have any funny cars actually, except that one I just recently built, the Eliminator 2, Don Nicholson,
Oh yeah.
with that offset rear end. You know, the what do they call it? Early model. You know, early style funny cars in the '60s.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Cyclone, red
Yeah.
Cyclone. Yeah.
No,
There you go.
a lot of times, Rusty, I have to bell collect and I don't get notified, so I don't know what's going on.
You
The
built
cop
that
out
one.
is the same exact kit in the
Is it?
Mongoose one. They're the same kit. It's the same kit, only different decal.
I'm waiting for that troublemaker to come out, John. The
I got
rear
that
engine,
too.
El Camino.
I got that troublemaker. I'm gonna turn it into a jungle gym. When
I
I get
gave
mine, it's
I
getting
had
it's
that.
gonna,
I had that troublemaker, and I made a swap with Edgar way back about 3 years ago, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice. Yeah, I
that's
got
another one
that
of my
from a
favorites.
guy. I got it from a guy here in town, and some miscellaneous stuff, and some wires and different things, and yeah, that's it. And he also had that Mad Max one, that the one everybody's after with the flat yellow, kind of yellow looking lights, headlights and stuff. I forget which one it is, but
Oh
but
yeah.
then when I met up with him, he decided not to let go of it, man.
Oh, that had to
That
piss you off.
that was called the bait and switch.
Yep.
So,
Bait and switch.
but I still come out with some good stuff. But it'd been nice because that was going to be in the whole package, and $25 for that. See, and then the other model and all the accessory stuff. So
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna build some more funny cars. Definitely. I'm gonna definitely build
yeah,
more
I
funny
need to.
cars.
Yeah, I need to build them.
Yeah, I built a couple. I built the Kruger funny car and the Stone Woods and Cook it's Corvette funny car.
Oh
I was
yeah.
gonna rob this kid for the Hemi motor.
Mm.
I was gonna rob it because I'm already building another 32, and it already has a Hemi motor in it. And no lie, it's been in the box for 20 years. I
Wow.
painted it red, and then I stopped.
Mm.
But this 32 that came out from Revell, I mean, this thing is pretty badass. They give you a Ford small block.
That van with the engine in the back, Tom Daniels' design with the mini bike, that's supposed to be coming out too.
That's another good kid too. That's another good kid I want.
That'd be a cool wheel stander because it's already got the motor in the back.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about doing a pro street similar to what do you call it? Miggs, the one that made. But I don't know if he didn't. I don't know if he went all the way pro street or not. With this 60
No, mine wasn't a Pro Street. It's just a
fat
custom.
tires, right? But
Just a custom pickup.
you got the big fat tires in the back, though, right?
No.
No. Oh, maybe I'm remembering it wrong.
I did one, John. You're probably thinking about me. I did a blue one.
Okay. Was it a 60 Chevy?
No, 72.
72. Yeah. This
Maybe
is a
John's
60.
talking about your '66, Miguel. That green one.
Yeah.
That's what he is talking about.
Oh, but I thought he was showing a box of 1960, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's got a 66. He lowered it all the way around.
Yeah. That's the one I saw on your site. Yeah. Man, that's a nice build, man.
Yeah, I like those
Wow.
old trucks.
Is
Yeah.
that your chassis, Miguel?
Yeah, scratch built out of styrene rod.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice. What kind of rear end is that in it?
It's a quick change out of a out of the C5R Corvette.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't done. It's close, but it's not done. You can see it's got aluminum belly pan.
Yeah.
From Monster.
That's cool.
See, the side view made me think it was a Pro Street. Yeah, that looks good. I like that.
Chassis done.
Ding ding.
Is this the one you're talking about, John?
What the hell? Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That's 72, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What's the hood? Show the hood, John.
I'll open it up.
Yeah, cool.
Okay. Well, oh yeah.
Open it up
Cool.
like that.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's a nice
That's what I'm
one.
thinking. And I'm in that world. Looking at that, that's when I saw that 60. That's what I was thinking.
Oh, here it opens up further. There's the motor.
Yeah.
Oh wow, nice. Yeah, good
And
job,
What kind
man.
of carbs did you
There-
put on that?
There's the underneath scratch
See
built
that?
chassis. That's my first folk art paint job.
Where'd you get that
Wow.
chassis?
Nice.
I scratch built it.
Okay.
I know the one that comes with this kit is all molded.
Oh yeah, I
and
know.
all that.
Yeah.
I didn't want that.
Yeah.
So here's the
Yeah, I got one of them. I painted flat
Okay.
black years ago.
How long did it take you to build that truck?
3 months. I custom the bed. I shortened the bed.
Yeah.
It was a long wheel-based bed. This was that step side that came out years and years ago.
Oh yeah, okay.
The 72.
Right.
Yeah, I wish they'd bring that out again, but
Well, they
Hopefully.
will. They will.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to afford any more models the way the prices are going.
Yeah. Well, you probably got enough to build for a couple centuries, Steve.
Fair boy talking to you, John.
Centuries.
Well, I got enough to keep me going. That's for sure. Yeah, if I just
What
finished
do
the
you
ones,
want? What do you want, ferret boy?
if I just finished the ones I started, I'd be happy.
Hi, Jeff.
He only said, "Don't ignore me." I don't see anything else he said.
Oh,
The hell did he say? Nothing.
thanks, Rusty. Thanks, Mary. Oh, I'm in full screen. You don't want to see my ugly face.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
wow.
good. Yeah.
Never put that on full screen. Show and tell.
Oh man.
Back in school.
yeah. Give JP the job of cutting it out.
Looks really good.
Wow.
It's supposed to be a replacement for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is out, John, but that 72 is a different one. That 72 was the step side, which was back, I don't know, how long ago, John? Quite a while ago, eh?
What
Nice
kid is that,
job.
Miguel?
Oh yeah. Maybe the '80s. I think the last time I seen it was in the '80s.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the old school NASCARs, man.
Yeah.
The real cars.
Yep. Is that Pearson or who was it? I remember. David Pearson's car or no?
I don't know. I get a good look.
Or one of the Allisons or something like that.
Allison's could be an Allison.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I found out the reason why we lost the names was because I kept on putting that PayPal thing banner on, and that's how
Right.
you lose your names.
Wow.
Because it shrinks the screen down. So somebody was complaining about it in the comments.
What?
Probably me.
Yeah, they were complaining about it because they couldn't see the names.
What's my name?
Yeah.
Trevor said,
Where's my
Steve
name?
said, if I give you money, will you send me a model?
Yeah, well.
Yeah, that 72 is a nice kit though, hey Steve. The step side.
Yeah. I've got
I bought it as a build-up though. I paid like $5 at a model show.
I got a blue
wow,
bomb
okay.
of one of those. I'm gonna build it all rusty with holes in it.
Oh yeah,
Well, it's the glue's like, just eating through the plastic in places.
yeah,
So that's all it's good for.
yeah. But that 72 Chevy pickup you're talking about, John Claus, that chassis sucks bad, and the motor is not that big a deal either.
Well, it's old school molding.
Yeah,
It
it used to be a screw bottom, wasn't it, at one time?
it may have been.
Yeah, I think it was.
Well, it came out in '67, so
Yeah.
I had the tow truck version of that. Well, both versions of the tow truck. I wish they'd bring them parts out. The tow truck version and the fire
Yeah.
truck. Just bring them out by themselves. You know, as a double kick, the tow truck bed and the fire truck bed.
Yeah. I remember the tow truck. That was back in the day, I tell you.
Yeah.
We had quite a few tow trucks back in the 60s.
It was the only one I built.
68. AMT had them, didn't they?
MPC.
Oh, MPC. Okay.
Yeah, I had one. Actually, when I was going to NNL East and Classic Plastic, I started looking for the part.
Yeah.
The tow truck boom isn't. It's just more or less,
Yeah. Well, that's like the bulldozer and a tractor, that they just brought out. Like, to me, it doesn't interest me, but some people might have.
Yeah. But I mean, the tow truck, the boom part, I just looked at that and I said, well, it'd be just like somebody covering a real boom with sheet metal, like customizing it.
Yeah.
Because it came with that a couple of custom front grills on it.
Right.
So I'm surprised that they never changed the interior to a stock interior.
Jeff. He's got his thumb up in the chat. Who am I?
Yeah.
I broke my chassis.
No.
Oh,
Yeah, it's easy to do. I know it.
oh.
All right, this was just a test print anyway. I just was checking the sides before I start detailing it.
So what broke?
Well, when I was pulling it out, I tore the floor pan out.
Yeah, right.
That's not too bad though.
It's not. I can still do what I need to do.
So would you say that's not quite thick enough, or?
Yeah, I need to make the floor pan thicker. For
Geez,
sure.
you probably wouldn't even need a floor pan.
Oh, that's nice. The reason I want to print one is I need these rails to be narrower, these rear frame rails,
Yeah.
so I can fit bigger tires back there.
Oh yeah.
But I want to maintain kind of a semi-stock look, so.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I think that'll work just fine.
So where do you find, like, if you wanted to find items to print, like 3D print, where do you buy those? I know you buy them online.
Well, it depends on what you want, but like 3dmodelspecialties.com is a site.
Yeah.
I think that's the website. That's Ron Olson.
Okay.
He's got a lot of good stuff like engines and suspensions and a lot of drag parts. Otherwise, you're not going to find a lot of people selling stuff specifically intended for models.
Right.
But if you get your blender acumen up a little bit, you can convert anything. Yeah, I think that'll work just fine.
What? You can make Mopart's head thicker?
Or thinner.
I didn't need it to be this thick, but look, I made it narrow. Or the tires, I didn't need them that thick, but I made it narrow enough that you could put fatties in there. You could put drag slicks back there.
You missed what John said there. Yeah.
I put it on the screen.
No, that's impossible. It's pretty fucking thick already.
Damn right it's thick.
I think he missed it too.
Yep. All right. Well, time to fix that.
Yeah, cool. So you
I
just need,
designed a new set of wheels and printed them today for this project, the 65 Galaxy.
right. Oh, it's getting scary, all this 3D stuff coming in.
Nah.
There's a lot of people getting them.
Yeah, I know.
Just get you
know.
just gives you more options, more
Yeah.
choices.
I know some people that had a printer for almost a year and they still haven't printed anything on it.
Yeah, because they haven't learned the process of doing the drawings.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I mean. See, Miguel zips that up in 15 minutes. I'm sitting there looking at takes me 15 minutes just to draw a line. Because I'm thinking of doing it all in AutoCAD, and I can't do this.
Yeah.
Is really totally different.
Yeah.
John, watch it. Californians are watching you.
I got an answer from my buddy there.
Huh.
What did he say?
Like Dozer that comes in the chat sometimes. He's had his printer over a year and he hasn't printed one thing yet.
Should be out of date then.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah. Well, you know,
Yeah, they go pretty fast. Yeah.
any of that technology just scoots right along nowadays.
Oh yeah. Imagine, the 3D printing, 10 years from now, how far advanced they will be.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Jeff, how you doing, Jeff?
Everybody be printing their own cars.
Yeah, that's Big Z.
Oh, not much, bro. Hanging in there, just day by day, waiting for a little cooler weather here.
Surviving, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, it's still pretty hot over there, eh, Zeno?
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's like 88 today. So,
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
yeah, but I think by the weekend they're saying lows 49, 50, mid 70s.
Yeah,
So chance of rain coming on tomorrow night, late night hours.
right.
So it's yeah, you can tell the weather wants to change, but can't tell the mosquitoes they're still hanging thick, So.
Right.
But usually
Yeah,
we don't usually see anything weather-wise cold until usually December or something. I remember a lot of Thanksgivings and Halloween's around with having to run the air conditioning and stuff still, So.
Right,
Wow.
right.
And then
Oh,
we'll go through February.
77 here today.
Oh wow! There you
I
go.
mean,
Wow.
that's pretty
That's
good.
out of. I was gonna say that's kind of out of character for y'all.
Yeah, well, in the middle of October, it's
Yeah,
been
we had
good.
85. It was
Yeah.
85 here today.
My brother said it was in the 80s in
85.
John.
Wow.
I said, I can't believe it's 80-something degrees in St. John.
We were in the 70s in New Jersey, but a lot of humidity, though.
Yeah, well, no humidity here today. Well, if there was, it wasn't very much.
No,
That's what
not
I
here
want.
either.
That's what I want. No humidity.
I hate that.
Oh,
Me too.
only 105, huh? Yeah.
I guess 88's
Cool.
freezing weather for him.
Yeah, that's cool front.
Yeah, I got that. Well, yeah, Ron Olson site up there.
That's a good one.
He's not selling any more stuff, right?
Yeah,
No?
he is. He's back in business.
He is?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, somebody had done a crane like that, like that would go in the back of a pickup truck kind of thing.
Uh huh.
And I didn't catch who done it, and I guess we're gonna have to search around and see who printed it.
What are you trying to do? Build a hook?
Well, it's like those little hydraulic cranes.
Oh, you
Mounted
talking
in the
one
back.
like you would pick up an engine or a set of heads?
Yeah, yeah. And he said it was resin printed, but he probably did say who done it, but I didn't write it down. Or if I wrote it down, it disappeared on my desk.
Harbor Freight had a 1/16 scale cherry picker engine hoist, and I
Oh.
didn't buy them when they had them. I'm kicking my ass about it.
At Harbor
really?
Freight.
Yeah, Harbor Freight. It actually worked too. You pumped it up and it worked.
Wow.
Were you looking for a cherry picker, you said, Steve?
No,
Well,
he's going
they're like a little crane.
the one that's
Okay,
mounted
just
to
hold
the
on.
bed, right?
They've got a little handle on it, and it would
Yeah.
Yeah.
it would
I
pump
saw it
up
today.
the hydraulic cylinder, and it would
I
move.
saw it today, 3D printed, right?
Yeah,
Okay, just hold
I
on.
saw it. Oh my God, it must be a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
Some guy
That was
had
in
one
real
in the
life,
back of his truck.
on Facebook.
Yeah, probably was on Facebook. Yeah.
I'm sure
Yeah.
you could, Jeff.
I don't see why you can't make it out of tubing though. That's a pretty easy one to make.
Well, it is, but I did make one out of tube, and I wasn't happy with the look of it. Oh shit! I closed that out. I don't know.
There you go, Steve. I'll put it in the chat.
What's that, John?
I said I will put it in the chat.
Put it in the chat. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hold on.
Here's kind of like the one I made. This is the one I made. You see.
There you go, Steve. And anybody else that wants it out.
Yeah. That's the one I made, but it's not a I don't have a hydraulic cylinder.
There you go, Steve. Right there.
Let me see. I get way up here. Oh yeah.
That guy does toolboxes and things like that too.
Okay.
3D printed.
Yeah, another project that got buried in the dust.
Dominic dropped, or who went?
Oh, he's got a cherry picker. He's got a little workbench, a toolbox.
Well, there's an engine stand. Geez, $3. That's pretty good.
Looks like a C4 transmission sitting on that table.
He's the same guy that does the cherry picker. He does all garage things, but he doesn't have it posted on the site.
Yeah.
You can email him and ask him.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that toolbox looks pretty interesting with the open doors and all that.
Yeah, if they open, that'd be cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I sent that links to Miguel earlier, but he already saw it. So
Yeah, he does. They do open. He shows them opening too.
yeah. He showed it on Facebook, John. That's where
You open that many drawers at one time, that thing's gonna flip on you.
Yeah.
That happened to Mill Creek. He
Yeah,
opened too
but the
many
thing
drawers.
is, like, there's nobody that does tools for it. So how are you going to fill all those drawers?
Oh, well, I'm pretty sure that there's tools on a lot of kits. That trailer, that car trailer comes with a little toolkit.
Yeah, that's true.
I've bought some 1/32 scale kits, and a lot of the tools are close enough for 1/25 scale.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Hi, Utah's Garage. How you doing?
I don't see where you guys are seeing all this stuff. Every time I click on it, it sends me somewhere else.
His engine stand is pretty cool too. The 4-point engine stand he's got.
I don't even see that now.
Huh. Jeez.
You gotta start picking up, Steve. You gotta have to hang. You're gonna hang with the big dogs. You gotta have to speed up.
That's messed up, man. Oh man, that's messed up.
You know, Steve knows I love him. I'm just messing with him.
Hi, Street Fox. How you doing?
For a loan up to $50,000.
I don't know. I'm not seeing anything that he's printing. I mean, I can see
You gotta
that.
check this guy's channel out, Street Fox.
I can see that little engine stand thing. It's 1 of 6 pages, but that's all I see.
They talk a lot about the old drag racing, Zeno. Street Fox.
Where's that?
He has a hangout on Friday night.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, I don't see much there.
Him
Check
and
it out.
3 other guys, and that's all they talk about is drag racing in the old days.
Cool.
I think he has a nephew that drag races right now.
Oh yeah, nice.
He's also a Ford guy, so you and him will get along
Oh,
really well.
No doubt, man. That's a good thing, man.
I'd like to build a few of the cars that race down here at Penfield.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the old airport, right?
Yeah, well, it's the airport that was military airport actually
Yeah.
back in the Second World War,
Yeah.
and now company uses it now, and all they do is they dry adults on it.
Oh, yeah?
Yep, that's all they do. They just bring loads of adults and spread it out on the asphalt and let it dry.
Right. Oh, you like stock cars too? Oh. Yeah, you and Rusty will get along pretty good too then. Yeah, he was checking my videos out, Street Fox, because he builds models too. And he was checking my channel out for how to airbrush folk art paint. So now he knows how to use folk art paint too. So.
Folk art paint works well.
Oh yeah. Once you get the mixture right, it works all the time. Easy to clean up too. Make a mistake, you'll wash it under water and soap. That's
Right.
it.
Yeah, if you do it quick, yeah. You
It's
definitely
just
not
that you
going
have to
destroy a
watch
body.
out with folk art paint. Some area in the bottle is thicker than normal, so I usually strain it out. Put an old stocking over the jar and just strain it that way.
The paint cups that I have, they have a little strainer in the inside, and it's perfect for doing that. Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
use
you
them
can do
when
that too.
I don't use those little strainers when I'm metal flaking, because if you're metal flaking, it'll take the metal flakes and put them in a weird way, and it won't land on the car right.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So I just take that filter out and I save them.
Oh, pretty good, Kevin. How are you doing? There's a lot of new people coming in the chat. I've never seen.
Well, that's good, John.
Yeah.
More people.
My comment made it to the regular YouTube, but it didn't make it to real stream.
Oh, pretty good, Kevin. The funny part is when, like with all the how-tos and all the videos that I have on my channel, people are more interested in the hangouts than the rest of the stuff.
Yeah,
Because
I
it's
can
a
understand
bullshit
that.
fest. That's why.
The bullshit fest.
That's why.
Oh, maybe
Well, it's not
so.
that. I think because we talk about everything, we just don't talk about what we build or whatever. We talk about everything.
Oh yeah.
Right. Yeah.
That makes a difference too.
It's a free for all.
Yeah.
Well, it's like a question and answer form in a sense.
Yeah.
You
An
know.
opinion. I mean, we all have our opinions,
Oh yeah.
And that's the way it should be. You can have your opinion, I can have my opinion, and never the twain meet.
Yeah.
You're perfectly entitled to your wrong opinion.
As long as it
Hey,
doesn't
look,
get
look.
in
I'm
there.
not arguing with you guys. I'm just explaining why I'm right.
Yeah,
As long as it doesn't get annoying. Some people, you know, they have a hangout, and some people do get annoying after a while.
I like
Don't
the
say
other one
nothing.
too.
Don't say
Go ahead,
nothing,
do
Jim.
it. Go ahead, do it the most stupidest, slowest way you can, because it helps you out.
Oh yeah, big boss, Jim. Yeah, redneck is another one. Zeno.
Oh
He's
yeah,
another car guy.
yeah. I think I subbed him. I think I do, unless
Nothing wrong with real
YouTube
cars.
disconnected.
That's what you're trying to do. You know?
Yeah.
You can have some guys from real airplane guys in here too.
Are you stuff to Outlaw Edge, Zeno?
Outlaw Edge.
Yeah, that's his channel name.
Yeah, check
Oh
them out.
no.
I'll look it up. That guy is a very great fabricator.
Hmm.
You like looking at that stuff, all custom cars that this guy built.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he does. He doesn't
When he
work
gets
with
done building
fiberglass. He
them,
works with
when
what's
he gets
that?
done building them, he can drive them.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
I got to find a site where people build Western figures. You know, like cowboys and Indians, and
Wild West, right?
yeah,
Yeah. Wagons, buckboards, and all that. Stagecoaches.
yeah. I got a couple figures I got years ago at one of the model shows.
There's a YouTube channel that I like to watch. His name is Boylai Hobby Time, and he does like these little dioramas, and it's like a cross between like Old West and steampunk.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There you go, Zeno.
Can you
Put
drop
the
a link
links
to
in the
that?
chat. There you go.
Some of that steampunk stuff is really interesting.
Yeah,
Oh, look at that.
guys in the chat, check this channel out. It's a really great channel. It's a
Zoomer.
husband and wife.
I think I
Husband
got
and
it.
wife, and she even welds.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is this
her
it,
name is
John?
Heidi. She's German.
Yeah, it looks like Outlaw Edge. That's him. MN
Yeah.
Outlaw Edge, Minnesota.
Yeah,
MN stands
Cool.
for Minnesota.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll
Here's
Or Mopar Nut.
some stuff that he's done so
subscribed to him.
far. Steve,
I am
Oh, cool.
subscribed to him. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Oh wow.
That reminds me, I just watched the
Yeah, that's
1930
really cool.
something Frankenstein.
I've seen that. I'm pretty sure I've seen that on Facebook.
A lot of bikes.
No, I've seen that on Pinterest.
Oh, sweet. It's
See, the
simple.
saloon's nice. I like the saloon.
That Pinterest, you ever go on there, is crazy.
he does a lot of really cool stuff.
That
Yeah.
saloon would go really nice on an HO scale, old timer,
Yeah,
locomotives, like the General.
yeah. Well, Pinterest, you get in there and it's like you can't get away from it.
I
Well,
hate
it's just-
I hate Pinterest because when
Really?
I click on an image, I want it to
Yeah.
open the image. I don't want me to take it to a page that has 37 other images.
Yeah, I know. That's one of the drawbacks of that.
And a lot of times you can't even get the picture. I want to save the picture too.
Yeah.
Oh, I can save the pictures and all that. Although I find with my old system Vista, it's so much easier to save pictures than Windows 10.
Well, I just save to a what do you call a flash drive. I never save to the computer.
No. Well, I got to take all my pictures off my computers because my screen.
The computer goes down and something horrible
Yeah,
happens to
yeah,
that
yeah.
hard
Why
drive.
not? You lose everything.
It's over.
Yeah, I got too much to lose on my old computer. Jeez. Like I can't even sign on to my email on my old computer. I can't access my bank account on my old computer.
Wow.
Well, it's just it's too old to see.
Yeah, well,
I can do that for you. Go ahead and give me your account info.
and some Indian money.
Can you put money in it? I might need some. I need
$100
some
million
before the end of the
in
month.
Indian money.
I need some for the end of the month. Pay my
An
bills.
Indian cousin that needs to come to America.
All my checks come in at the last week of the month, and it's a scramble to, oh, what bills am I going to pay? Yeah. I said, I wonder if I'm going to get a raise in my pension checks because everything else is going up.
Huh.
Good
No,
luck
that's
with
not
that.
going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you do, it's going to be like a 3% raise.
Yeah. Well, 3% is better than that.
Well, what's the rate of inflation? You think it's 3%?
No, it's probably more than that. It's got to be more than that now.
Oh
It's
yeah.
gonna be close to 19,
Big time.
20, easy.
I don't know. I haven't checked to see what they say it is, but
They
You
won't
know,
tell you.
like my tax bill for my house, it went up $20,000,
Wow.
and I'm like, what?
Wow.
Can I sell my house for $20,000 more? No, because the real estate will take $30,000.
So they assessed it for 20,000 more.
That's right.
Okay, so how much does that translate to taxes?
How much? What do you mean? How much am I paying in taxes?
Yeah, how much more of a raise did they do?
Here's another one in Zeno.
400 or 500 more.
that?
Montana's garage.
No, it's 20,000 more.
I know the assessment is that.
Yeah.
Or the assessed value of the house is 20,000 more.
Right.
But what are
Which
you paying?
one? It's one or the other. It's because the taxes you pay are based on the assessed value, right?
Right.
Correct.
Right.
So which one of those is 20,000 more? What you're paying or what the house is supposedly worth?
Oh, what the house is worth? I'm not paying
Okay.
$20,000.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like you were saying. I think
No,
that's
no,
why.
no, no. No, my house is assessed at $20,000 more.
And so Mopar's asking you how much the taxes actually went up.
Right.
What you're paying. That 20,000 equated to how much increase in what you
I got it,
actually
John.
are
I
out of
just
pocket.
subbed to him too.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Do you know?
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure it out in my head. Trying to remember what last year's was.
We'll be here all night.
I guesstimate probably around $5,000.
Holy
Whoa.
smokes.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a lot of money.
That must be a hell of a rate that they have.
Yeah, we have one of the highest rates in Canada, I think.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Wow.
because the
Yeah,
problem
yeah.
with the maritime provinces is we have very little population. You know, like the population of New Brunswick might be a million people. Might. Wouldn't be much more, but it probably was less. You know, so you've got that amount money people, and the government has to get money. And of course, you see, here's one of the problems that's happened too, is with this COVID, people have been, you know, people come from, say, Ontario or British Columbia or whatever, and you know, all of a sudden you put your house up for sale, say 300,000. People are coming here and saying, "Oh, I'll give you 320." "Oh no, I'll give you 340." You know, you get these wars on for people buying houses.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, it's basically the seller's market. Problem is, you sell, you got to buy.
Yeah.
And it's not so bad. Yeah, okay, you got to buy, but you're not going to find anything less than what you sell for that you're going to be happy with.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all through Canada, the taxes are high, but in Quebec they're low. Go
You know,
figure.
because Quebec is subsidized so much by the Canadian government. You see.
State of New Jersey is 8.8 million people.
Yeah, right. And New Jersey is probably not as big as New Brunswick.
Oh no. But
No.
the point is, still the taxes are extremely high here.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah, our taxes are
Rizzo's
pretty high
paying over
too.
20,000.
yeah, well, that's what ours assessment. And my father-in-law worked for the tax assessment company, the tax assessment whatever board or whatever. He worked there, and I said, "Geez, do you think I should appeal that?" And he said, "No." He says, "Because they'll come in here and they'll go right through your house." And he says, "I'll tell you right now." He saes, "The value of your house is going to go up."
Dude, I only know did that and one. Only
Yeah.
know one person.
Yeah. Well, not too many people can
Yeah.
win,
Hi, Kevin.
and that's the problem. And I'm not worth, you know.
Kevin lives in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Guy in
Then
chat.
he knows my pain. Then
Yeah, that's what he said. It's very brutal. The taxes.
I'm in Nebraska, and it's primarily an agricultural state.
Right.
But there are two relatively large cities, and unfortunately, the tax money from those cities has to cover roads and municipal
Yeah.
services
That's
for the
right.
whole state. So the
Yeah.
taxes here are crazy.
Yeah. Well, see, that's what I mean. You see, if you got a low population, then the taxes are high because there's so much. You know, the province has to
Mary,
pay for all
later.
this stuff.
Thanks for
Still got to have
coming.
roads and water.
Yep. You know, like I wanted to like the ditch in front of my house. It's owned by the town. Okay. I live in a small community. It's a town. I don't know what to. Anyway, I wanted to get it filled in a couple of years ago when I first moved here, and I said, you know, I called town up. Guy next door, he says, "Oh, we could probably get together and we could get both of them done for probably maybe 10 grand." I said, "Well, that's not bad." They wanted 8,500 just to do mine, and another 8,500 to do his. And you can't get it done yourself. It has to be done to the town's contractor.
wow.
Yeah. So I said, "Well, I'm not filling my ditch in. Forget it. It's not my ditch. It's the town's." Now they
That's
come
right.
around this year and they did everybody's culvert, and when they did my culvert, they added 6 feet on each side, which was it was nice. They put a new pipe in. Buddy next door, he got the same thing done. So between his end of his pipe and end of my pipe, it's probably maybe 25 feet, you know, to fill in. But the town won't fill that in. I have to pay for it.
Wow.
You know, so yeah. But that's how they get you, you know. Plus, I also pay a sewer tax. I don't pay water because I have a well.
It's all a scam, man. It's all a scam.
You know, it's all about money, and money, you know, people want stuff, and that's the only way the towns can give it to you.
I mean, there are townships in New Jersey that have people who are called code enforcement, and all they do is drive around and give out tickets for things that you've left out on your yard.
Yeah,
Okay.
wow.
I'm not kidding. And people live in these gated communities that have this kind of situation. I'm like,
Wow.
you're out of your mind. If I'm going to live somewhere where somebody's going to be watching me 24 hours a day.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I could see it if somebody has an old car or something out there sitting there, you know, been
I
sitting
don't
in
give
the
a damn if
driveway
it's
for
an old
6
car, a
months.
chicken, or a dead body. I don't give a damn. It's their freaking property. Leave them alone.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember a lady across the street in one place I used to live dropped dead in the guy's front yard, his wife. The cops are there like, well, did you hear them arguing? I said, no, I didn't hear them arguing.
He thought he killed her.
Oh, California.
Well, you know how I feel about California.
I know it. That's
Bunch
all
of
I was waiting
dick-sucking
on.
motherfuckers, I tell you.
Mhm. Oh, let's see.
But they got to pay those people, those code enforcement people.
Well,
They
that's
got to
right.
give them a pension, and they got to give them health care.
Yep.
Well,
All that money comes out of somewhere, right? It ain't going to be out of the air. It's going to be out of the people around them.
That's right.
Here in Ontario, if you got cars that are parked in your driveway and you're working on it, and you get enough complaints in the neighborhood, you gotta put your house for sale.
You got to put your house for sale.
No, come
You
on.
gotta move out. You gotta.
No, that's
You
crazy.
gotta
That
relocate.
can't be it.
Well,
Happened
there
to
are
a friend of
places
mine.
It'd be
to a
time
friend
to
of mine.
leave. It'd be
He had
I
a
time to
totally
leave.
boat.
believe that.
But he had way too much in his driveway. And
Yeah,
people
well, there's a
complained
place
about it.
down here. It's a fucking junkyard in this driveway. It's been like that for years. And the town or
If they're in the
city cleaned
community
it
or
all
something
up
like
once.
that, they got certain rules and they have to obey those rules. Otherwise, they gotta sell their house and move into a different location.
Nah, can't see that.
That's what happens when you don't
Population.
have a constitution.
The population of New Brunswick, where I live, in 2018 was 761,214.
Well, the numbers probably dropped with all the people that have passed away from the COVID.
All I gotta say is I don't want to see no revenuers.
They're gonna have to change all the population signs now, especially in Toronto.
They gotta start shooting revenuers.
Population of Ontario. Oh my gosh. They got so many people up there they can't tell you.
The secret. Yeah.
I'd have to add them all up.
It doesn't tell you about the ones that moved to California, though.
No, they won't tell you that. Ontario has a population of almost, well, you might as well say 15 million. You know, so that's the difference.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Ontario
And
is quite big.
that's the thing that people don't understand. You know, they have a lottery here, and most of the people who win are in Quebec or Ontario or Vancouver or BC. I said, yeah, because you know there's 14 million people there, and there's only less than 1 million people here, so the odds of those people winning are greater. I'll never win. I don't buy tickets anymore.
We see ecstasy coming from Canada. Unfortunately, the ecstasy in Mali is actually causing death here in Detroit.
So if you're making a living on the side, paying your bills, paying your taxes, they don't want you doing that.
No, that's right. They want to make you can't.
Well, it's just like an apartment building here, John. If somebody lives in this apartment building, they're doing photography and they're making money, but they're using the complex for the business. They don't want that. They want them to move, relocate.
Yeah. Well, of course.
But here, I mean, most of the places like Margate in New Jersey, most of those places are doctors and lawyers. They don't seem to have an issue working out of their home. So I guess it just goes by class, right?
Well, I guess it depends too what you're doing in your home.
Yeah. Well, you should have the right to do what you want in your home. And
Well, there's a guy 2 houses down from me now. He moved in last year or the year before, and he works on cars. You know, now his yard's always clean. He never had, if he has a car in the yard, it's only 1 or 2, or maybe I've seen 3 in there before. But
right.
You know, it's not. They're all decent cars. They're not junkers.
Right.
You know. And I mean, he's quiet, and every once in a while, I'll hear him over banging and crashing. And, you know, the drill will go in.
We had one in the neighborhood like that, and he didn't want to pay to a Jeep guy, a big Jeep guy. I know, go out and build cars for Jeeps and stuff like that. But he was getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning or staying up all night long, running the machines, running the tools, and that's just going to bring attention.
Yeah.
You can't be waking people up at 4 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock in the morning. You got to stop and think about what's around you.
That's right.
That's why he got shut down.
Yeah. I used to have to do, that was one of my jobs when I worked for the city. I had to, you know, I'd have to look at that, you know, somebody would say, well, you got to go to this place tonight and see what the car count is and go into the garage and tell the guy you got to shut it down. And I'm like, they're like, oh, fuck, man, do I want to do this?
Yeah, because some people are not, you know, they could be dangerous.
Oh yeah, one guy. I didn't even get to the fucking guy's driveway. He come out and had a real wrench in his hand, and I was taking pictures. He says, "I can't take pictures." I said, "Yes, I can. I can stand on this road and I can take all the pictures I want."
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I can legally.
Well,
But anyway, a couple other guys I talked to, and they said, "Yeah, I understand. You're just doing a job." You know,
my buddy lives in a township like that right now, and I told him, you know, you keep adding cars and cars and cars, sooner or later somebody's going to go off.
Yeah, well, that's it. You know, like the guy down here by me, you know, like I say, the only thing when he first moved in there, he had this old Dodge 4x4, and it was all patched up and, you know, rusty looking, and geez, he had it parked in his driveway, and then all of a sudden it was parked on his back lawn. And it was there for like about a month or more. And I thought, oh, what are we going to have here now? You know. But
I don't give a shit.
Not too bad.
If it's your property, I don't care. There's a guy who had a farm, and one of our lovely people from our government moved next door to him, and he
Oh.
made him take all his tractor equipment, okay, and put it in the barn. In fact, she had him. She sent people to cut his trees down.
Right.
You really think that's a good thing?
Well,
Somebody can tell you what to do with your property because they're part of the government.
I don't. I don't.
Have Kamala Harris move next to you and say, "Look, I don't like those trees or those flowers. You got to change them."
Well, some places you have to mow your lawn. You know.
That's why most of the Americans want to move to the middle of the country. They're getting away from the two edges of the country because of the bullshit.
That's right. Yeah. Or they're moving to Canada.
Well, I don't know, Canada. I would like to go to Canada, but I want to be in the unpopulated areas.
Did somebody say Canada?
I want to be in the woods.
Oh,
Cannabis. Cannabis.
Canada.
I want to be in the
cannabis.
woods, deep in the woods with the bears and the.
You got lots of woods down there.
Yeah, lots of people. We're getting a lot of inflow from California down here.
Yeah.
John, if you
Yeah,
move
well,
to
they
Canada,
keep their
make sure you
politics in
wear
California.
orange so we can shoot you.
Yeah. Don't wear orange. We'll get you.
That's right.
Here,
That's
JP,
Uncle
wear this
Ted down
Bigfoot suit. Wear this Bigfoot suit, JP. I won't shoot you. I won't mistake you for a bear.
Want me to put a bullseye on my ass?
Well, you have that monthly thing going. That's pretty much red, right?
Oh, ouch.
Oh man, what's a good glue?
Hope it goes through eating.
Glue clear plastic one.
Canopy glue.
Canopy glue.
Yeah. Get it at Michael's.
Or
Yeah.
you could use watch glue. You ever watch crystal glue?
I've used weld bond before. And that's a really good glue, but it doesn't seem to want to work. Not sure what I got on this.
Look into the jewelry stuff too. They got some pretty strong glues as well. For setting gemstones.
Yeah. This is a cab of a truck I'm working on. Jeez, where the hell is everything?
Huh.
I'm gonna have to start looking for all the parts. Anyway,
Like I said, if you have in a house, you live in a house for 20 years, that should be it. You've paid enough taxes, it's over.
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But that never happened, John.
It's a fire hydrant I cast.
Oh, cool.
Where's the dog to go with it?
He's somewhere else.
The neighbors.
Yeah.
It's at the neighbor's house.
We got the neighbors out next door to us. They got two dogs, and they're nice little dogs. The little one comes over here all the time and sniffs around, and any scraps I throw out for the birds, he's down there rooting around trying to eat it. And he leaves me a big shit on the lawn. Little fucker.
Little dog, giant shit, huh?
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, he's fucking rough boy. Rough cat. Yeah, there's another project I got to work on. Fuck, I got a lot of stuff to finish up.
Yeah.
This is a chassis for a truck I'm working on.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, you got a lot of projects going, don't you?
I got tons of projects going.
Oh,
this
yeah.
is actually the frame of the Beverly Hillbillies truck.
I think
And,
Steve has a lot
that's
of
a
projects
hard
he
one to
started
find
like 30
today.
years ago.
What's that, John?
I think Steve has a lot of projects from 30 years ago.
Yep, probably do.
They haven't repopped that Beverly Hills in a long time, right?
Oh well, I bought them, and I don't know how long. That's the problem. I don't date my kits like I do now, but not like I never did one time. But geez, they were giving them away. I had 5 of them, I think. I think I've only got 1 or 2 now. That's strange. I'm missing parts for that truck. And I don't see anything up here. No, unless it's in that box. Well, there's something else I got to search for now. Got to
You're
search for all these freaking parts. I thought all these parts were here, but apparently not.
You're gonna be like Leonard Nimoy in search of.
Yeah, I'm always looking for something. Always.
I lose something, and I get angry when I lose something.
I
Oh
don't
man.
get angry. I just wonder where the fuck it goes.
Oh no, I lost my tree saw blade, and it's an expensive blade. It's a $60 blade. I can't find it. It's been 2 years now.
I don't even-
Jacob's mom is famous for tablets, misplacing tablets, and she
Yeah.
still can't find them.
That's expensive.
No kidding.
You're not selling them, is he?
No, no, it's his mom. His mom puts stuff away, for Christmas, and then
Yeah.
he finds it like 5 years later. Well, I don't think he's going to fit in those outfits now.
No, that's true. That's true. Yeah, well, what I'm going to do tomorrow.
Or the whole week, Steve.
Well, geez, tomorrow's Wednesday,
Yeah, I know.
I was going to go to my brother's cottage and help him up there again, but I got guys coming to change my water heater.
Oh, yeah.
Gas?
No, it's electric.
That's an easy one.
Apparently, I'm due for a new one, and they said I should get. It should be more efficient than the one I'm using.
I put quick releases on mine, so all I do is take off the quick releases, drain it, and go.
Yeah, yeah. Well, this is owned by the hydro company, so
Oh, okay.
I don't have to worry about it. I just tell them. I called up because my house insurance asked me how old the heater was. So I called the hydro up and I asked them, how old is it? And they said, well, it was installed in the house in 2003. I said, okay. And she said, well, you're entitled to get a new one.
Yeah.
Well, let's go for it.
Yeah, if they're gonna do it and not charge you, damn right.
Yeah. Well, you pay the rent on them every month, but some people say, is it worth it? Is it not worth it? Well, if something happens to it, I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
I just call them up and say, it's leaking. Get out here and fix it.
So, you
It's
checked
supposed to
out
be drained every year, but
tomorrow
nobody ever does it.
Marketplace?
Ted's. What was the other one? That's the one I need to get from you. I was looking at Ted's.
Oh, that from eBay?
Yeah, that one. I didn't see.
Oh, you don't have that links anymore?
No, I didn't lock it down when you did it because I was
Okay,
working on it.
Was that the guy with the 10,000?
No, that's
No.
Doug's somebody.
Yeah.
I got
will
with him
grab it
today.
for you,
Okay. I sent you an email a while ago. Did you see it? John or JP?
Okay.
Yeah. I sent a couple of pictures. My old 55 Ford I had one of my first car. I had a real car. Yeah. Parked up by the lake. Yeah. No, John, I talked to, I sent him an email today, Doug, the guy with the 10,000 kits.
Oh, yeah.
And he,
Yeah, you were saying.
yeah, I don't know if John heard me or not. He was asking, but yeah, he responded within about 10 minutes and
Oh, that's good.
he'd be getting back with me. He was airbrushing something at the time when he sent that back. So he
There
said
you go,
he was okay.
There you go.
Okay. Just so I don't forget. Let me text that.
He's got pictures he draws too, eh?
Oh wow.
Yeah. From the old days. Like gassers and altars and alter wheelbase cars and whatnot.
Yeah.
Cool.
Glory.
Yeah, it's called Glory
Glory
Days.
Years.
Nichols.
Decal. Like graphic.
Yeah, I've seen. I was on his site.
Yeah, he's on Facebook a lot. His name is Chris, I think. He does the Mission Impossible 55 Chevy decals,
Hmm.
I think, if I'm not mistaken. But these are done on an Alps printer, Zeno.
Oh, is that right?
What kind of printer again?
Alps.
Oh, okay.
ALPS. Very expensive, John. 4,000
Oh, I
bucks
know, I
for a
know.
good one.
Yeah, you can't even get the ink for them now.
No,
They're very hard to get ink for them.
yeah. And they're hard to get repairs for them too, now, Steve.
Probably hard to find the guy that knows how to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard it's a long process though to use one of those Alps printers. Every layer is going to be a different cartridge put into the machine.
Yeah. And then every layer has to be run through the machine.
Yeah,
So
Wow.
better not to get the cartridge fucked up wrong or you'll get a mess. You know.
and it only works on certain programs too.
Yeah, my friend Charlie in the States, I got him to do the police decals for me for the Kennebec Cases Valley police car.
Right.
And of course when he did them, they're just plain decal, just black is all it was, you know. Black
So did
text.
that links work, Zeno?
Yeah, I'm tapping on it now, trying to. I don't know why I have to play with this chat box to get it to.
Well, go to the YouTube chat box. Just mute your YouTube. That's all.
Yeah, I got it. No problem.
Oh, so it does work. That's the main
It
thing.
works, yeah. It takes you
Okay.
right there, right to the guy's, what do you call it, eBay site.
Yeah, well, he is in the States, so if you go ebay.com and you look for him too,
Yeah, you
it
can
might
look
be
up
a
his
bit
name.
cheaper. It'd be
Just look up
probably
his
a bit
username.
cheaper. Yeah.
I got the
Get some
eBay
nice-
guy here, Glory Year decals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Glory Years decals.
Yeah, I got two Willises in the front page.
Yeah.
Yeah, one
That's
for a
it.
wheel stand, that orange.
Yeah.
40, 41, and then he's got that little.
Yeah, he drew those, eh?
Really?
Yeah.
That's called
Well,
art,
that's-
man. That's an artist there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
buddy.
he is.
I always tried when I was a kid. I always had a beautiful picture in my head, just couldn't get it through with a pencil.
Yeah. He does the decals for the dog catcher too, the 33 Willies, the yellow
Oh,
one.
wow. Yeah.
Yeah, he does that one too.
Oh, wow.
And Mission Impossible,
Mm-hmm.
I think you know which one it is. It's a
Yeah.
Chevy. Candy Apple Red, I think it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you can spend a lot of time looking through his decals.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm looking at now. But at least I got it logged in. Now I can come back to it. Cool.
Yep.
Just
Excellent.
save it.
Appreciate it. Man. Wow, that's awesome, man. That's good. Yeah, you got a lot of goods in there. Thanks,
Yeah,
Sharon.
the odd time he
AP.
sells T-shirts too, you know.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, the old school type of cartoon, kind of like your shop card.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
with
remember
Bill
those shirts.
Jenkins. Bill Jenkins and Dick Landy's shirts.
Oh yeah, yeah, the old shirts. But remember in the old days, you used to iron them on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's it.
After a few washes, they start to peel. And
Yeah, it was silk screening in those days, I think. What they call it.
And now you got really good quality shirts now.
Yeah, I used to like those shirts, you know, the car, and then it had a big
Yeah.
monster with a big
Monster,
hand sticking out.
big old flames belching out. And you got the big shifter out of the roof with
Yeah.
the guy. Yeah.
Yeah, like
With the
a Roth
eyes
car.
all all bloodshot eyes and everything.
Looking like a Roth car, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I remember we had an exhibition here, and there was a place selling T-shirts, and there's 3 or 4 of us. We were in there, and everybody decided they were going to buy a T-shirt, and I bought this T-shirt, and it had a big cherry pie on the front, and a wolf like eating it. And it said, "If it smells good, eat it."
Yep. Oh, I remember a bunch of them. Back
That'll
in
get
the
you into
day.
trouble.
Yeah, yeah. My mother asked me, "Where'd you get that T-shirt?" I said, "I bought it." Why?
That's going way back in the days of the old Freak Brother comics, and
Yeah,
National Lampoon had a magazine back then.
yeah. I remember
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Movie.
Yeah, they killed that.
My daddy's a model builder.
Hey, what's up?
That's my boy. He's trying to be a star. That or he's trying to be all these comedians out of work. He's trying to get hired. I don't know what.
Yeah.
Yeah, those shirts are. Those are like. Yeah, that's some true nostalgia days too.
Oh, yeah.
Them old shirts and drawings and logos and bright colors. Man.
Yeah, I got a freight train. The 2-engine that got shipped
Yep.
from that.
Oh yeah.
I got a picture on the wall
Freight
of
train.
Ohio Montgomery's Mustang.
Oh wow.
I
Yeah.
got it signatured.
Nice.
Yeah.
I want to get that deal. It was about 6 months ago or so. Round 2 was showing it. Or started doing box art on jigsaw puzzles, man.
Oh yeah.
I want to do that one at Tommy Ivo's car, front engine rail,
Oh, yeah.
thousand piece, and then frame it. You know, I glue them. As I build them, I glue them and then put a frame around them, and it's like a wall hanging, man. You know.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the old green elephant. Yeah, nice.
All right. And I gotta have the old Ed Raw. Yeah, Mopar Hemis.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
King of Hemis.
Even the old.
Do you live in your garage or something or what?
I'm not in the garage, am I?
Oh,
I don't know. Where are you?
I'm
You
in
don't
my
know.
model room.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I got a.
He had pink.
I got
How
an
about
old-
he had pink dragster?
Oh yeah.
That's cool. I get one every month. I gotta
Really?
have them.
Ed
Oh, yeah.
Pink
They
and-
have a shirt company that you pay so much a month and then you get a new shirt every month or
Red
something.
line. I got
Wow.
shirts. I
Yeah,
get-
red line
All right.
shirt. I think it's
I got
called.
I got an old patch that I got at a flea market one time. It's small. It's about maybe 2.5 inch diameter. The old perfect circle logo, you know. on it.
Lily Munster.
Yeah, that's it. In the glory.
Glory. That's right. In the glory.
Remember all the old Ed Iskandarians and stuff, them old shirts and decals, and of course all the old Hooker and
I gotta
Edelbrock
have
stuff,
Mopar, you know.
Moon Eyes and stuff, all the old stuff.
I got a John Mazamanian shirt too.
Big John, huh?
Big John. And the freight train, you gotta have the freight train.
Oh yeah.
Huh.
Those are your shirts?
Yeah.
Wow.
I've been collecting them for a while now. A few years.
Wow, that's good.
I got a few shirts, but I can't get at them right now. They're in my bedroom, and the wife's be asleep. So I do got this though. This isn't a shirt, but I have this. This is kind of unique.
What? It's a mirror with
There's all,
blow it up, take the screen.
Yeah. Oh, okay. There you go.
That's pretty cool.
That's Woodstock and the little bird there
Yeah. Oh, Woodstock.
from Woodstock. That's an original Woodstock pin.
Yeah.
Very
Oh
cool.
wow. How'd you land that?
You can't do another Woodstock. There ain't no gonna be another Woodstock. There ain't never gonna be another Woodstock.
Yeah, there'll never be any concerts like that one.
No.
That's
No.
for sure.
My
One of
buddy's
a
like, you
kind.
missed it. You were born too late. Free love, man. Free love. Yeah, I hate your guts, okay?
Oh, shit.
Was it Peace, Love, Dove or something?
Yeah,
Yeah,
flower power.
Yeah.
I was 15 when Woodstock came out.
Back
Yeah,
then, man,
yeah,
girls were
Joplin.
dropping that. They were dropping those things pretty damn easy back then.
The 60s were good times.
Yeah.
Good
Yep.
music.
And good
Everything was
times.
good back then.
More good music and more good times.
Yeah.
How about the Lions drag strip? Tom McEwen
Oh.
Lions Net drag strip.
Yeah.
That's another one.
See, we never heard much about stuff down there. At least I never did. You know.
Yeah, down here they're going to close that big NHRA track next year in
Got this
Houston.
in 1/16 scale to build. I still haven't built it. I started it.
Tony Nancy, yeah.
Tony Nancy, yeah, the
See him
loner, man.
You see him in Hollywood Nights? He had
Yeah,
his cameo. Remember that movie?
yeah.
Hollywood Nights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they said, "What color is that, Piss Johnson?" That's Tony Nancy, yo.
I got his double dragster kit too.
Oh yeah.
They came out with a double dragster, 2 cars.
Remember the old? I know JP remembers them. John, I'm sure you, but they made that. Wasn't that the movie they made? That Funny Car Summer with Dunn and Reese. Funny
Yeah.
Car.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know y'all were talking about that a while. Did you ever see a movie called Fast Company?
Yeah.
Remember that one with the guy,
Yeah.
Funny Car and Top Fuel racing team, and the big corporate people wanted to fire him and all that. And
The
Jan
Funny
Michael
Car
Vincent.
Summer is on YouTube, eh?
Oh, is
Funny
it?
Car Summer is on YouTube.
Seemed like I've seen that. I saw.
It's
What was the
full,
other one
it's
with
a
Jeff
full
Bridges?
movie too. It's a full movie.
What was the one with Jeff Bridges and he was racing that Mustang or dirt track or oval track? American Hero, Last American Hero or something.
Yeah.
I saw that on YouTube all the way through. I saw.
You know which movie I always liked? It was what was his name? That country singer, that Six Pack. That movie Six
Oh,
Pack.
Kenny Rogers, yeah.
Yeah, Kenny Rogers.
Yeah.
I couldn't get the
Yeah,
name
got
of
all
it.
the kids and Rockin'
Yeah.
Around, Rocket
Yeah.
Top, no song, yeah.
What was that one that Burt Reynolds did?
Yeah, Ace or something.
Stroker Ace.
Stroker Ace, yeah. There you go.
Stroker Ace.
For you guys sharing the stuff. It wasn't for you guys.
Stroker Ace, that was pretty good. That was pretty neat.
Yeah.
How about Richard Pryor in Grease Lightning?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I love that movie. It's a great
That
movie.
was cool, yeah.
Great movie.
Yeah, Bo
Movie that
Bridges.
pisses you off at the same
With that
time.
40
Maybe-
Willies.
That was Bo Bridges in that one, and he was the one that was in Hard Like a Wheel about Shirley Muldowney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in that. He was Coletta in that. Yeah, Connie
And,
played Connie Coletta.
The movie Hot Rod was a good
Yeah.
movie with the 40
Oh,
Willies.
Yeah, Robert Culp and
Yeah.
and what was
Good
the other
old
guy's
movies,
name? Wasn't that who was that guy? The cop with what was his name? Didn't he go on to play Trapper John or something? Remember that actor?
Yeah, I remember the actor.
Oh.
Can't think of his name.
He
But
was in Bonanza as well.
Yeah, he was in that. Yeah, there you go. He was in that. He was the cop.
Purnell Roberts. It's Purnell Roberts.
There you go. Yeah, you got it, John. Yeah.
Any of you guys in Oklahoma?
Huh?
Any of you guys in Oklahoma?
I think Miguel is.
Oh, there's a big storm there.
Oh, is that right?
He's close
Yeah.
to it. I know that.
Tornado.
Yeah, Miguel's in what, Nebraska, you said?
Yeah.
Nebraska.
Cornhusker.
Oklahoma is part of is part of Tornado Alley, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't live in a place like that, man. I just,
Kansas.
oh,
I don't like the idea of going underground like rabbits.
yeah, that's what you got to do. That's what you got to do.
You come up and there's nothing. Everything's gone. That just tells you how small we are compared to Mother Nature.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're no match.
We're nothing.
Like Kansas sang the song "Dust in the Wind."
We are.
At the end of the day.
From the dust you came, to the dust you shall return.
Yep.
That's in Genesis.
Huh? Yeah.
The
It's
dust
oh,
you came, the dust you return. That's,
right.
that's the passage out of Genesis.
Yes, sir.
People don't want to believe it, but that's what it is.
Hi, Ellis. Vlogs.
That's why I don't like them fucking around with our dust, our DNA. I don't like that idea.
Yeah, that wasn't talked about, but
I just watched the 33, 31, I think it was, Frankenstein. And they put back the original words that Frankenstein said when the monster lives.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And he says, "I feel like God. Now I know what it feels like to get to make life."
Yeah.
I can't post here. I have to go to YouTube to post.
Yeah.
What's that?
If I wanted to post something on here, I have to go to
You
YouTube.
share it.
Do you have a wrench?
Just a minute now.
Do you have a spanner?
Yeah, if you want to post something in the chat, yeah, you have to go to YouTube for that.
Okay. I had a picture today and it had all those wrenches and shit.
Yeah, the wrenches are.
Oh man, I had a dream last night, right? And I was dreaming with JP was in the dream, and we were working on a Corvette, a real Corvette.
No, I'm waiting. Where's it coming? It's coming.
It was nuts. I was like, I was working on this Corvette, and today that vet showed up in my mail.
Oh boy. Well, you know what to do. What's he gonna send next, JP? What are you gonna send him next?
No, he didn't send me a Corvette. I'm talking about the Corvette, the picture of the Corvette that I had.
If I ever send him another thing, it'll probably be a bag of shit.
What happened to Miguel? Did he disappear?
Oh no,
he's gonna go to dinner. I thought.
But he had to maybe pick his son up from work, or
He said he'd be right back. That's all he said.
Yeah.
Technical.
He's got two boys that work just down the street or something. I think one boy is in the military.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it, Steve. I tapped on it. On that
Oh,
weather.
Elsa's watching from Germany.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tennis balls. Tennis ball size hail? Wow.
Wow.
That'd do some damage.
I guess.
Oh yeah.
Shit.
Big damage.
Lots of Bondo.
It must be nighttime over there, Alicia, in Germany. 5 or 6 hours difference, I think.
Yep. Tornado warning. Tornado even observed, huh?
I'm not even looking because I hate looking at that.
Philippines are already a day ahead of us.
The Philippines.
Yeah. 24 hours difference.
Yeah. 15 hours. I think there's 15 hours in Australia.
Yeah. But it's
New Zealand,
24
is
hours.
it
Well,
15? Let me see.
Philippines is further than Australia.
Yeah. Whatever. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna bail.
Yeah.
Well,
Thanks for the
nice
weather
chatting
report.
with you. Catch us
Yeah.
all next time.
Yeah.
Hopefully-
All right,
I'm
Steve,
supposed to play pool tomorrow night, so
Okay.
racket.
Have a
catch you
good
later.
time with it.
Yeah.
Make sure you
Later,
break.
Be safe.
See you later.
Yeah, remember who breaks, eh? See you guys.
Yeah. Pull a card.
I'm
Yeah, they're gonna
too.
close that Houston Raceway track next year down here.
Yeah, they're
I
talking
can't
about
believe
closing a
that.
few
You know, you're in
35
Texas,
years.
way
right?
too.
Yeah, Texas.
I can't believe
You
that.
know,
Why would they
because,
close them?
the drag strip that's close to me, it's in a residential area. They've been complaining for a long time. That's
Uh-huh.
probably why we don't have any big races anymore up here.
Down here this weekend is some funny cars and gassers and altereds, man.
Oh yeah,
Friday and Saturday, yeah.
wow.
And they when they first built that track back in '03 here, those people already started complaining. It's out in the country right off of I-10 east, which would take you all the way to Houston from here, which is about 180 miles from here to Houston. But they got around. They built some kind of like sound barrier walls, to
Oh yeah,
deflect some of the sound, but it still gets loud. You know what I mean? But
oh yeah, yeah,
especially
yeah,
when you bring the big guns in,
yeah.
the funny
Dude,
cars.
we have a
and-
track over here called Atco, and I was working in one of the neighborhoods near Atco, and I could hear the cars. It
Oh.
sounded beautiful to me.
Music to my ears.
Did
I
you
know
know
me.
that there's a funny car driver that owns the drag strip?
Billy Meyer,
Charlie Allen.
Charlie Allen. Yeah. Okay.
He
Well,
owns
I know.
Firebird Dragway.
Firebird. Well, here, if I remember right, it's Billy Meyer that owns the Motorplex in Ennis, Texas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he used to be a big racer too.
Well, Charlie Allen's got to be up in
Yeah.
age by now.
Sure.
He's got to be
Oh
in his
yeah.
80s,
I
probably.
guess
Yeah.
it's all gonna be a bygone era, man.
I would guess. Yeah.
All gonna be a bygone era. Sad, man.
Yeah, that's true, man. It's
Well, that's like the rock stars too, Jacob. John. Look at all the rock stars. They're getting up in age, and pretty soon you're not going to have a very good guitar player because they do it all through the computer now.
yeah. Yeah.
That's
Sure. Still got old Ted still strumming, man. Ted Nugent.
Oh, Ted Nugent, yeah.
Yeah.
Cat Scratch Fever. I
Cat
remember
Scratch
that
Fever.
song. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
I like
man.
Stranglehold.
Sometimes it don't feel that bad that we're gonna leave sooner or later.
I always like Eric Clapton, but you don't hear too much from him anymore.
Yeah, I seen a deal. My wife showed it to me on YouTube, an article on him, and he was talking. It was the COVID shot and everything he took, and how much trouble that it brought on him. He said he ain't doing it again, man.
Yeah.
And the
Clapton?
same Eric Clapton, yeah. He went in. The doctor advised him that he needs to get the COVID shot, and
He had a
was
bad reaction,
reluctant.
huh?
He was reluctant. Yeah, he did. Yeah, and
Wow.
he had trouble with his fingers. He couldn't even pick the guitar, and that was just tearing him up because that's him. But
Like I
he's
said before, dust to dust, and I don't want him fucking with my goddamn DNA.
well. The other day, I don't know if you've seen. I watched this guy. He's from Canada. I don't know where at, John JP, but he's basically lives in a basement with his mom, but um, he's like somewhat of a prophet, I guess you would say too. But his channel name on YouTube is Naughty Beaver, and it's
Okay.
ironic kind of name, but
Yeah.
But he had a clip the other day come across from a lady that worked for Pfizer, and she kind of whistleblower come out, and the place where she worked, they had to cover all the windows black and don't do this, don't do that kind of stuff. And got long story short, I'll just paraphrasing, but they were actually using aborted fetuses, and that's what's partially
Yeah.
the injection going into people on these vaccines.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I heard that too.
that's just way wrong, man.
And there's a bit of aluminum in shots too,
Right,
and
yeah,
that can affect your brain.
sure.
Yeah. Any
Well,
heavy
yeah,
metal.
and that's
Yeah.
just what's coming out. You don't know what all else is that
Yeah. There's going to be ramifications of this stuff for
Yeah,
years to come.
But
From
the thing
people
yeah,
thinking.
is, when you think about it, they're not saying, okay, say you get the virus and you're cleared from it. What's not to say down the road, 10 years or 20 years down the road, you can have problems from it.
Right.
yeah. Well, people here, there's still people that get it and they still die.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, and they weren't even exposed. They just went in routinely, drive up in the drive-through and get jabbed in the arm, and
Yeah.
and then they might get sick for a day or two, and then you may get sick, feel a little of this and that, and after that, don't sweat it, basically. But then I'm not saying all of them. But there's a good portion of them that even after
Yeah.
they think they're doing the right thing because the government's brainwashed them into that, and that's what it is, a scare tactic, like John was saying earlier. It's about population control,
That's right.
chemical warfare. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's
Definitely about population control, because a lot of the women are having problems with their menstrual cycles when they get
oh
the
yeah,
shot. So why would they have problems with their menstrual cycle? That directly affects them having children. Do you understand that?
mm-hmm.
That makes no fucking
That's
sense
right.
for that shit to happen. And then they take the right to sue the company away from you too. On top of that,
Yeah, all right, yeah.
that right there should tell you. Well, if I
Red
can't sue them
flags.
later on,
Yep.
so what am I, signed up for the army? Because when you sign up for the army, any armed forces in America, you become U.S. property. Okay,
Sure.
that's what you become.
Sure.
You have no rights to sue the government. Then do you?
Nope. That's
Nope.
right. You signed on for it. You signed everything.
And the Constitution, forget that. They burned that shit a long time ago.
Oh yeah, it's toast. I mean, it's just. I mean, like you say, it's like with me, one of the rights I still got, I should have the right, whether what I say goes into my body.
Exactly.
I just went through a thing with my cardiologist and telling me my heart's an AFib and wanting to give me this shock treatment thing, and put it back in rhythm. And I'd had tightness in my chest and different things, but a lot of it ended up being water retention, putting added pressure on my lungs and stuff. So I'm on diuretics for that, and ever since then, now I've lost, in about 2.5 months' time, I've lost like 55, 60 pounds, and feeling good, better, and I went back for my visit, and he, after 30 days, I told him, well, me and my wife were there. I'm not going to make a decision today. I got to go home and talk about this,
Yeah.
and which we did. And I went back on my 30 days, and so I just kind of got swayed into the thing. But they want you on blood thinners 30 days before and after, and so I go ahead and say, well, okay. So I did that. 2 weeks into it, the more I thought about it, the more I said, you know what? I mean, I went into my prayer closet basically and get on my preacher's box here, but just my heart. But I said, I'm not doing it, man. I'm pulling out, and I'm going to leave it up to the man upstairs and where my faith's at. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, he's in control of everything anyway.
Right.
Yep.
So
Very
I'm
100%
like,
agree.
and of course, the doctors, most doctors, they don't like to hear that because they think that they are who they are. I'm not saying all of them, but and they don't really like to lean that away, but sometimes they can't deny it, but they won't admit it,
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so when I went back in a couple of weeks after that, and he said, well, you still, your heart's still an AFib, EKG. I say, yeah, I'm good, because the guy that's still working, which is younger than me, where I worked at, he had to go in and have that done. And that's when I was still working. I've been retired December 5 years, but he had it done. Well, he's had to have it done 5 total times now, you know.
Wow.
And
Wow.
there's a lady that retired, she's had it done 7 times, you know.
Holy
And I'm
crap.
like, is that what I got to look forward to? I mean, you know, the rest of my years, because basically you go in there, they knock you out for about 15 minutes, and he's got these special gloves and vest, and he pushes down on your chest real hard. And I guess he tells the associate or whatever, or Igor, Marty Feldman or whatever, flip the switch, you know, and they shoot the juice to you. I mean, and that's what it does. It literally shocks your heart to get it. You know, instead of firing on 8 cylinders, it's only on 6. They want to get it back to 8 cylinders, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
that's what they do, you know. And I'm like, well, you know, I kind of, when he first explained it, I kind of turned my head and I don't know, you know. And he goes, well, you know, you don't have to worry about it. You know, nobody flatlines from this. And I'm like, oh, well, great. Well, that's good to hear, you know. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, long story. The nurse, you know, she asked me when I called her, she goes, well, can you tell me why? And I said, well, pardon the pun, but I've had a change of heart, you know. So, I mean,
Okay.
but that's where I'm at, and I'm good with that. That's my decision, you know.
I think
Well,
that's
that's like when you think about, like some of these people that have a heart attack, a lot of the pills that they do get from the doctor doesn't do anything, but they think it does.
Right. Yeah,
Because my
exactly.
dad had a heart attack, and all he was put on was aspirin. That was it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's right.
You know.
Yeah. I
But
mean,
you're right. You know, this government's just trying to dictate to us and tell us, take our rights away from us. Well,
yeah,
our right
Mhm.
is to say no.
Right.
that's
Simple
right.
as that.
That's right.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's how they react with a woman. They tell a woman, well, she's the one that makes the decision because she has a womb or a uterus, right? Well, this is
Yeah.
my body. I can't decide what's in my body either.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, they dropped that idea. That idea went away real fast, didn't it?
Yep. Oh,
Well,
yeah.
Now
that's
that
like what was it? Saturday, I took my son for supper, and we have to have a passport stating that we had both shots. Well, I didn't have my shots, so they said, "But you can sit outside on the patio, but you can't sit inside." I thought to myself, "Well, that doesn't make any sense because I have to walk through the restaurant to get outside the patio. So what's not to say that I can give it to you from the counter
walking through.
to walking through
Wow.
outside?
Right, right. That's
Like
stupid. That's completely stupid.
what? So I can't use the bathroom either?"
Yeah. Where you draw the
Yeah.
My
line
God,
now? Yeah.
Yeah, what you
Right.
do is you whip it out and pee right there on the patio.
Yeah. Right.
unbelievable.
It's out of control, man. You know, it's just but they've got so many people. Because you figure, okay, so Fiducci or whatever his name is, this FDC head honcho, say him and Biden come out making a big announcement, okay, to the whole world, you know, it's or United States or whatever. You don't have to wear your mask no more. Everybody feel free and this and that. Well, I guarantee you, more than half the country's going to continue wearing the mask
Oh yeah.
because they have been. They'll say, well, you know what, just in case, you know, it wasn't a big deal. I'll go ahead
I
and keep
wouldn't
wearing mine.
even care. Would you care if somebody's wearing a
No,
mask?
nope,
Yeah,
I
I
wouldn't
don't give
care.
a damn.
I'm getting ready to start wearing an anonymous mask because when I go to the grocery store and stuff, you know, because you know they got cameras that can read your eyes now too. And if you're a troublemaker, somewhat, say a non-believer in their system, you know, you're a problem. You know,
In
you're going to be a
Alberta,
problem.
they're starting to put face recognition all through
Yeah,
the
Right.
stores
That's
yeah.
in
right.
Alberta.
Exactly. Yeah.
You
Like,
They're
can't go
holy
starting to.
smokes, you
nowhere.
know, no
You
They're
can't go
starting to.
privacy
nowhere without getting
whatsoever,
reported,
right?
dude.
That's right.
You
That's why I
can't go
say
nowhere.
I've got my. I ordered them off Amazon. I got them in the back room. Got 2 anonymous masks, man. And I was listening to a guy too. He's even got a a mesh that you can have that you can see through.
Right?
Oh yeah,
You
yeah.
know, it's like one way sort of, if that makes sense. But he's got that over the actual eye holes of the mask, you know, to where, you know, distort their vision with the camera. So I mean, he's people think, oh, you're just loony or whatever. But I'll tell you what, it ain't no more loony than ripping down historical statues and stuff like that. That's a whole nother
Right.
ball
That's
wax,
a
you
whole
know.
other ball wax.
Yep,
He,
down
he who
here.
he who forgets their history is lost.
Yep, that's right.
When I lived in New Brunswick, teenagers were destroying the stones in the cemetery.
Oh, I've seen that. I've seen people do that. I've seen
Yes.
people open up mausoleums. Okay.
Disrespectful. Yeah.
That is the epitome of disrespectful. You do not
Yeah.
mess with the dead. Leave the dead alone.
I saw somebody on Facebook one day posted, would you stay in a cemetery 12 hours from daylight or evening, dusk till dawn, in other words,
Yeah, no
and
problem.
for $10,000? Yeah.
Yeah,
I
no
ain't
problem.
worried about them. I ain't worried about them. They're, it's the ones on the other side of the
It's the
street.
living you got to worry
That's
about.
exactly right. Man. But it's it's terrible, man. It's just I get on my soapbox about that with that COVID stuff. And my oldest sister's 75 and her
Wow.
husband's 76, and they both got COVID shots and all that. And he's telling me, man, you gotta get your shot. And I said, dude, I ain't gonna do it, man. Well, I did. I said, well, that's good. I mean, I ain't bashing you. I don't bash anybody for their decision. They want to do what they want to do.
Their
That's
decision,
That's right. But don't tell me about mine, right, wrong, or
Mhm.
indifferent either.
What's not to
Right.
say if there's a little microchip in the vaccine that they shoot in your arm anyway.
Sure.
And
Exactly.
if
Yeah.
Trudeau gets the jab, how do you know what he's getting is the real deal?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Yeah. Well, just
And,
like
and,
Biden.
and,
They
and the
didn't
other
even test-
idiot, yeah,
they
the other
didn't even-
idiot. How do
They
you
didn't
know they
even
got
test
the
those
real deal?
vaccines out, really. They didn't test them out at all. Period.
No, they didn't.
No.
They're all experimental.
We are the
We're
guinea
the guinea pigs. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
the guinea pigs.
Nowhere
Well,
to
look
be
at
found. man.
Rick Sink's daughter. Didn't
Oh,
she
Yeah.
have
isn't
both
that
shots?
sad? That is sad,
That's
man.
terrible, man. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
terrible.
And she was only in her 40s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
only in her 40s.
No mercy. Yeah.
No mercy.
Well, take
It's
the
just-
jab and see what the results are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. Roll the dice. Well, I'd rather do that in Vegas than do it with my body. So, I mean, if
I'd
I'm
rather
gonna
die
roll-
on my own terms. Thank you.
Exactly. I'd rather die on my own terms. This isn't my home. So when I get to my home, I won't have to worry about it.
Yeah, well, John Claus, the thing is, the people here in Canada, if we don't get our shots, then we can't do nothing. Go anywhere. Period.
Yeah, that. Rusty's right too. When you're in the military, they give you the shots that you get a whole bunch of them.
Oh yeah.
You go
because they're
overseas, you
traveling.
gotta go. Yeah.
Yeah, because they're traveling all over. That's why.
You get malaria shots. You get all kinds of shots. man.
Polio shot. I had a polio shot before I went to Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That makes sense though. That kind of thing makes sense. But
Yeah.
you get that shot, you don't go there and then bring back the disease, do you?
No.
Nobody ever says to you, "Well, you got the shot, but you got to be careful coming back in. We got to quarantine you. Make sure you don't have malaria."
No.
No, you got the shot because that was the shot was for, right?
Right.
But not this COVID deal. The COVID deal don't work like that.
No, because they don't give you 100% proof that you won't get.
Yeah, they're not going to commit to that. No way.
They're not going to commit to that. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with most of the diseases. They have cures for a lot of stuff, but they don't want it cured. They want to keep the pharmaceutical people in money because that's what keeps them. So they're making money off of that because if they cured,
diabetes alone.
yeah, look what the sales that drop off, man.
Diabetes.
Well, the thing
diabetes
is,
drugs.
a lot of times what happens, too, is some person comes with a ingredient to cure cancer or whatever. And as soon as the government finds out, they'll pay that person off to keep their mouth shut.
Yeah.
Or kill them.
Or kill. Yeah.
Yeah, disappear. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mysteriously. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd rather deal with the mafia. At least you know what to expect if you don't pay them.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, you know what you're getting into.
You know you're getting into. That's right.
Yeah, you know what you're getting into first. It's like,
Yeah.
do I really want to do that or not? It's your decision again. So,
yeah.
But with
do
this,
I really want to
it's
pay
like,
75% interest?
Yeah, yeah. And the country you live in is doing it to you, and there's too many variables of
And they're telling that they're doing it to you for your own good.
Yeah.
That's the one on top. That's the cherry on top. We're doing this for your own good.
Well, that's
Yeah,
like
and-
me. Like I'll be 65 in June. They can't give me my old age pension until I'm 65. So I told them, I said, well, are you waiting for me to die before I'm 65 or what?
Well, yeah. What happens if you? Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean,
Lots of people die before that age. You know that,
Sure.
right? What
Yeah.
happens to their money?
that's what I mean. You know, I mean, you what it goes to your beneficiary, or
If
but
you have them.
that's why once I turned 62 and become eligible for my Social Security, I did the paperwork fast as I could because I said I ain't waiting till I'm 67 for the maturity of the benefit to have more money, a difference of 400 something bucks a month. I'm
Yeah.
not gambling 5 more years. I want to see it while I'm still around.
Yeah, of course.
And
You don't even know if the country's going to be around.
that's that's true. We're not guaranteed tomorrow or nothing, man.
The way
So,
things are going, you don't know if tomorrow the Chinese go, hey, look, you owe us money. We want California, New York, and half of this.
yeah.
Yeah, Mary Stewart, you're right about that. They only care about themselves. But
Welcome
they
back,
also
Miguel.
They also care about bringing people from other countries because they get money for that. They don't bring people from other
Sure.
countries for free.
Well, wouldn't you stop people from coming into the country if you're worried about COVID?
No, probably not.
Probably not.
Nope.
These people aren't tested. They're even saying we can't test all of them.
We got
Okay.
we got lots of people from Syria.
That's right,
And
Mary.
our Canadian
agree.
government gets each individual, if they want to start a business, 25,000 each.
Same
So
thing
three
here.
of them get together and buy a business, and they don't have to pay no interest on that money that they borrow from the government.
Same thing here. They've been doing that for the last 30 years
That's crazy.
in this country. They'll give you a loan. They'll give you a startup. Like if you want to start up a business, you're from another country. They'll give you a startup. They'll pay your college. Okay. Yeah. How is that good for the citizen?
We're not a minority anymore. We're minority.
Yeah, right.
We don't count. In other words.
Hey, it's just like
So America First is just stupid, right? That's what you're telling me.
like Rusty in the chat says, talking about to be the heroes, the guinea pigs for the rest of mankind. Well, why they need guinea pigs anymore? They're using people now. So
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they're using people. This is Joseph Mengele stuff, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most people don't even know who Joseph Mengele. You ask a kid today where Auschwitz is or what's Birkenau, they don't know what those places are.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, that was like here. They knew about the virus way back when, and they tell us like 4 months after. Like come on, that's crazy.
Yeah, the thing is, I think I've heard things where basically carrying around the virus and then cut it loose, and
they were finding nasal passages of people
They
who have been
already-
vaccinated had more of the virus inside their nasal passages after the vaccine.
right.
It doesn't make sense, does it?
No,
No.
it's just another deal. But the public is so gullible, to the stuff because as long as their life is going along undisturbed and they don't worry about the bigger picture.
Yeah.
They say, no problem, this and that, and they don't sweat it. But when it hits them or a family
Somebody they love.
member, they panic. But what they panic for is if they're undecided about the vaccine or they are decided they don't. Well, then all that does is scares them. Well, maybe I better go get it.
Yeah.
So you got to make that decision on your own with your own mind, your own heart, and me in my case for myself, where my faith is at, and I'm just like, well, you know what? He's in charge of it all at the end of the day, doctors and all that. You know what I mean? So that's just where I'm at. And people say, yeah, well, in the end, these people that you got to remember there's a lot of other stuff going on, and I don't know near what all is going on. Just what I do know, a lot of the Walmarts that are closing up and different things, they're going to become like holding facilities, man.
Oh,
For
Yeah.
people, for people that are what I was referring to earlier is problem people that are against the vaccines or don't believe in this shot and that shot, then
wow.
you're a problem.
Yeah, they're gonna
Wow.
lock you up.
Yeah, you're going to be
I
a
would,
problem, almost like concentration camps.
I wouldn't doubt that because
Well, I forget
there's
where it was
already
at.
been done with the Uyghurs in
Well,
China.
yeah,
So
they're building tunnels under one of the Walmart somewhere because the guys were filming it. They were actually building underground tunnels under the foundation of Walmart.
Wow.
And you know what I mean? That kind of stuff's going on, and the general public doesn't know it. It's just like nobody really knows because that don't leak out that much.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
these
sort of
guys,
sort of a population in Shanghai, right? They Shanghai
yeah,
it.
right, yeah.
Oh,
Well, it all goes along with everything back to UFOs and all that, and people they don't believe, and I used to not really believe in all that years ago, but I've been blessed with a smart wife that's enlightened me, so. But I mean, and it makes sense that why is it so off limits to everybody, and so some people are starting to wake up to it, but
Yeah.
the most part not, because they're tied up in their own day-to-day mundane things
they
that
make
they
sure you're
do,
tied up. They make
and
Yeah,
that's
sure
what
you're
they
on the
want.
edge
Well, look at the
all the
TV and
time.
all the fake news and stuff. You don't
They
see the
make sure
real news about
they make
war.
sure
You
that
don't
you're
see,
constantly hanging from a thread. At any moment, the other shoe's gonna drop. That's how they're keeping you. They're
yeah,
keeping you
and
worried constantly.
sure. Oh yeah, exactly. I mean, because you're gonna sit there and you're gonna, they know where to pick at your brain, what parts of your brain, to
They
where
know what
to
they know
make
what
you
to pick
feel
at your
good.
heart too. They know
Yeah,
how they know
yeah,
you. These people have just started a family. They have a few kids. They don't want to lose their job. They don't want their kids to be homeless. They don't want to live in the street. You
that's
know.
right. Yeah, sure.
So
Yeah.
they're gonna pressure them to that point where you're gonna do this or you're gonna be like this.
And at the end of the day, eventually, you're never gonna own your property, man. It's always
No.
gonna belong to the government. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
ultimately, they'll come in and they'll just take it.
I was happier when it just belonged to God.
Yeah, there you go. That's right.
Yeah,
And then,
over here, if you own a house, if they want to take 6 feet of your front lawn to widen the street, they can.
oh yeah. Well, we have that here too. It's like a right of way they call it.
Yeah,
So,
Right,
yeah,
and they got eminent domain as well.
but you got to maintain it. If you don't
yeah.
cut the grass or you this or that, then they want to cite you for it. Like Richard was talking earlier, code compliance department here.
Sounds like
Car.
California again.
Well, yeah, yeah, right. I had a company vehicle that I had a take home company vehicle at the water utility where I work, and I parked on the side of my driveway one time, and a guy code compliance rolls up, and he's gonna try to cite me for parking on the grass. And I told him, well, let me move it. Let me get the keys. I'll move it. I said, we just, we're taking down Christmas lights or whatever. So I go in the house and get a bottle of water, go to the restroom. I come out. This guy's done put the ticket on the windshield of the wiper already. And I said, hey, dude, what are you doing? I'm going to move the car.
Wow.
And he said, well, you ought to know you work for San Antonio Water System, that you shouldn't be parking there. And he said, because the oil, if you have any leaks or gas, it drips and gets in the aquifer, which is the water bearing strata here, that I say,
Yeah.
okay, I get it. I understand what you're saying. But the water bearing strata that feeds all the pumps that we pump water from and everything is 25 miles on the other side of town. It's not even over on this region. So you need to get a geological survey map for your records before you start to cite me for that. And he's going to stand there with his little deputy dog badge, and all he'll do is he'll call San Antonio Police Department to back his play. So I don't want to make a scene because I'd already seen the ticket. He already put my neighbor's address, not my address. So I'm going to fight it. So the day come, I went to court, went in there. Man asked me, "Yeah, can I help you?" I showed him, and I played stupid, like I never had the conversation with the guy. And I told him, "I come home out of town. I got this ticket. I don't know what the deal, you know." And he goes, "Well, you know this." I said, "Yeah, but there's no water strata over here. There's no water. There's no aquifer, you know." And I said, "Besides, that's not even my address, you know." And he looked, man, this guy, he was f bombing, telling me about that particular guy. I can't even have a guy that can't even get the address right. Why should that inconvenience you? And I'm like, I don't know. I just showed up. You know, I'm playing stupid as a box of rocks, and he tore it up. Showed me his computer. He spun it around where he deleted it with his name and everything. You know, so I'm like, cool. So I turn around to walk out, and before I can get out of the door, he calls me again. I said, oh man, what now? You know, and he said he wanted to sign my voucher so I wouldn't have to pay $3.50 for parking
Oh,
in their
that's
city parking lot. Of course,
Oh,
you got to
wow.
go to their facility, but you got to pay to park. You know what I mean? So you can't park out on the curb line or nothing because they got it
See what
all
I was
painted.
saying? It's a racket. The whole thing's a racket.
It's all about it is, man. It's all about that dollar, right?
It's
And
all about the mighty dollar.
That's
yep,
that's all about,
unfortunately.
man. But they'll lie to you. It's about saving the water quality.
Yeah, I mean, and he didn't know, he didn't realize, I don't know his job, but he surely didn't know my job. And I was well versed in that. I've had to be licensed for that and schoolings and updates and,
New Jersey wanted to pass a rain tax, if you have too much sidewalk, because the sidewalk would let the rain run down into the sewer. So they want to tax people for having too much sidewalk, a
or for
rain tax.
runoff. Yeah, runoff
Yeah, for
water.
runoff.
Yeah, right.
What kind of crazy shit is that?
That's not your
And,
control.
and then
The way
if you
the
have if you have a rain pond, a little like puddle in your yard, they want to be able to say that's a navigable water. Yeah, I want to see the boat you're gonna put in there.
uh, breeds mosquitoes or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just telling you that if you park your car over that will disturb the aquifer and all that because oil could get in there. I said, dude, it's a puddle.
Yeah, it's standing water. It's not feeding any kind of a
It's gonna
water.
evaporate more than anything else.
Sure. Oh, well, it's
You know how
yeah,
long
it's
it's going to
just
take that water to get to where it's supposed to be deep down in the ground? My well is over 100 feet deep.
mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
So, come on.
Well, some of the wells that we got here in town, over the recharge zone, the aquifer area, and all, they're 5,000, 7,000 feet. They're deep.
Yeah, yeah. Real
The
deep.
natural, you can drink that water because it's naturally purified because it's in a limestone bed, like
Yeah, that's what they said. They say every 100 foot the water travels and purifies itself.
Sure. Oh yeah.
So you're talking 5,000 feet. You see that, right? There's a
Oh
lot of
yeah.
hundreds. It's a lot
Yep.
of hundreds going by, right?
Yep. But so the company still injects chlorine into the system,
Really?
and fluoride, which
Yeah,
I don't
here
agree
too.
with the fluoride too, but
No, not only agree with
anyway,
the chlorine. The chlorine is
yeah.
enough.
Well, in the chlorine, like if we were in a neighborhood and say we replaced a 20-foot section of 8-inch diameter pipe, 12-inch, well, we powder it with a cup of powdered chlorine. You just throw a cup up in there, and so when you load the main and you have a flush point, whether it be a fire hydrant or whatever on the other end of the main, well, you got to flush because you want that chlorine to disinfect the pipe, but
Right,
you don't want to overdo it and put too much because too
right.
much chlorine into the human body causes a case of the Texas two-step or Hershey
Yeah,
squirts or whatever you want to call it.
yeah. And
So
chlorine, when it burns, it turns into phasine gas, which is deadly.
I'm telling you what, you open a bottle of chlorine powder and you go to smell it,
Oh,
like
forget it.
that's the wrong thing to do, boy. I'll
That's
tell
the
you that.
wrong thing to do.
I made I made a mistake of that when I first started
If you
with the
don't want, you want
company.
to keep your nose, in your
Well, your
lungs.
lungs, boy, you feel it, man. It goes right. You feel it right away, man. Hits your lungs. Oh
Don't play with that shit. And when that's
no,
like I said, when that stuff burns, That was the first gas that
Yeah.
was used in World War One.
Yep. That'll
All right,
do
gents,
it.
I got to bounce to go get my son.
Yeah, I gotta be closing off anyway, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna
Okay, Miguel.
Everybody
Okay,
have a good
guys.
night.
You too,
Yeah,
bro.
you too.
Roll. I
Yeah.
gotta get the lady, the
Yeah.
little girl to bed.
Probably, yeah, it's probably
Well,
a good
thanks for
break off.
coming, you guys. Well,
Yeah,
we'll
it
do
was
probably
good, man.
again tomorrow night.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'll talk
Appreciate
to
the
you guys
links,
tomorrow.
John.
No problem, anytime.
All right, bro.
Take
Y'all
care,
be
guys.
safe. Have
Yeah.
a good one.
Everybody in the chat, thanks for coming.
Thanks,
Later.
people. Mary, Rusty, everybody. Appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Yep. See you guys later.
Good night.